passage with thinking are you still being there to listen to us? So how is the family and how are you doing this morning?
Well, doing very well. It's good to be back after another week that is almost complete. And the family are doing very well. We're grateful, and we're ready to go. The family, it's still the holiday time, so that literally means that a lot of engagement to keep them busy. As we do know, when you have the younger ones, you must find something to do, and they've actually been able to be kept busy, and that is the reason why we can hear their sound behind because they've been kept busy.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Let's start really good. Okay, let's crack on now. Now quickly looking at some of the stories making the rounds. We know that Erufai, my apologies, Emefiele, the former CBN, was still in court. We don't know whether they allowed him bail or he's with the DSS. But the World Bank has come to say that look, central bank, the government to stop worrying from the central bank. Why are they saying so? Yomi?
Well, there's a lot of pressure at the moment, and it seems that the World Bank continue to monitor Nigeria, just as many of us are monitoring Nigeria as well outside Nigeria, because there's Nigeria, there's a lot of stakeholders in Nigeria, and that means that when you want a better economy, the World Banks, the IMF, these are, the International Monetary Fund that looked into what is happening, within the context of every country around the world. And what we can say, that the World Bank is actually telling us this morning, that it seems that, the borrowing, is becoming quite alarming in Nigeria. Part of what the discussion this morning goes like this. The World Bank Group has now urged Nigeria government borrowing from the central bank if it wants to reduce its inflationary pressure on the economy. There is quite a lot of pressure at the moment, when it comes to the economy of the Nigeria. The World Bank lead economics for Nigeria, Alex Simea, stated it actually yesterday during what we call the economic review section at the Lagos Business School. Part of his keynote presentation, we talked about these a little bit during the Niger Voices on the Starr Radio UK on Wednesday, when we have our economics analyst Bishop Additional with us as well. The central bank representative in Nigeria is saying that the recent economic reforms, but noted that these reforms would have to be sustained for the economy to recover from the present shock and record considerable for growth in the future. What are those things that we talked about? Remember that tomorrow makes it exactly, the 3 months that Bola Tinubu came into the power, and that means that he's doing everything possibly best as quickly as possible to make sure that we have the ministers in place. Any country that doesn't have a ministers, there'll be much pressure, and Bola Tinubu is now able to submit just in time, and there will be screening, like we're going to be discussing about that on Monday, for some of those that have been appointed as his cabinet minister. So in terms of the whole agenda of tackling inflation, Nigerian inflation is double digit as compared to other countries around the globe. And some of the ideas include reducing the subsidy, the CBN lending to the medium and the large firms, and the government borrowing from the CBN. Remember that we talked about these, at the beginning of this week, when we actually said most states are borrowing from the banks, and that is also meaning that some of those money being borrowed might not be used for the actual project. And just to wrap it up quickly, they also talked about the federal government plan to disburse 8,000 as palliative, which already been held for review. The World Bank also said many Nigerians will benefit from the extra cash from the government, since it will ensure that they did not have to skip meal. 30 million Nigerians are really living in extreme abject poverty this morning, but it seems that for the World Bank, the headline says reduce the government borrowing from the CBN, World Bank tells the Nigerian government.
Now, it's interesting when the World Bank will sit there and say that we reduce the borrowing to cut down the inflation. Because the question is, how are people going to cope? How are people going to cope? We survive first before we leave. But if they are saying that, what recommendations are they giving? Okay, so don't go to the central bank. Where are they going to get money to finance infrastructure and things that will facilitate movement of, let's say, farm products from the farms to the markets, and that will bring prices of things down? How are they going to do that?
Well, the Buhari government just about almost ending wanted to borrow some money, but the government left that to the new government in place. We know that about $500 million or thereabout has been given to the new government to support woman initiative, and that loan is to support as many of the women in Nigeria. So again, as we say, the World Bank, just again some few months back, which was last month, the World Bank has now confirmed a fresh $500 million loan to the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But the purpose of the loan is to drive the women empowerment. This became the second loan that has been approved by the World Bank under this new government. It is to scale up the financing for Nigeria for Women program, which was actually initially approved on the 27th of 2018 with about $100 million financing. In the statement then, the World Bank read that the World Bank has approved $500 million for Nigeria for women program scale up. The scale up financing will further support the government of Nigeria to improve the livelihood of women in Nigeria.
Well, listeners, I know that you'll be asking the question, how many loans are Nigeria taking so far? And has it been used for the purpose? Are we getting value for money? Or we go and get it and it ends up landing in people's pockets and under their beds and they think that we are okay? So what do you think about all that? Let us know your comments. And sir, I apologize for those of you who are suffering some of the flickering in the broadcast this morning. Just bear with us. But Starr, ready? Okay? In the North London studios, Miss Olani, you can come here in the studios. Now let's go to yesterday we were speculating the list, the names on the list that Tinubu has submitted for ministerial positions. Now, a couple of them that I'm looking at Wike doesn't belong to the APC. He's a PDP man who, because he wasn't given the opportunity to become the vice or the running mate of Atiku, decided, you know what, I don't want to be part of you and campaign against his own party. But El-Rufai, I don't know El-Rufai, but I don't know whether El-Rufai belongs to the PDP.
Same party. It's the same party with APC, the ruling party.
It's with APC. So now we're looking at all this, and thinking that now it's been confirmed that their names are on the list. They are supposed to be submitted to go through the Senate for approval or screening. But the question is, do you think they are all just going to be a matter of just ticking? Well, somebody like Wike, I am the one in the Senate looking at these people. I would think Wike, your party, you couldn't, be truthful to yourself, say that whatever happens is my party, but you decided to cross campaign. So that means you are opportunist. Why would I have to approve you or screen you so that you become a minister? Yeah.
Well, we are used to take the bow and just move on, and that will be most of what is going to happen on Monday. Especially the country is going through a lot at the moment, and the approval of these ministers will be the real deal to keep the government going as quickly as possible, because the government have lost 3 months already. The country is really in turbulence, the economic wise, and a lot of other issues being affecting Nigeria as we speak right now. So what are we expecting, and what are the names so far confirmed, under, those nominees, that will be representing Nigeria. This is going to be the new faces Nigerians will be seeing within the next couple of days. Let's go through that a little bit. We know that those names have now been read out by the Senate president himself, the Senate floor yesterday. The Senate will, on Monday, now commence the screening of the ministerial nominees submitted to aid by the President Bola Tinubu yesterday. This is just as indications emerge that the president will create new ministry and form his full cabinet within the next 2 weeks. Speaking shortly after the names of 28 nominees sent to the federal lawmakers were read on the floor by the president of the Senate, Godwill Akpabio. The Senate spokesperson Yemi Adaramodu, Ekiti South, said the upper chamber had suspended all its activities to really commence the screening immediately, and this is going to be taking place on Monday. Akpabio at the preliminary unveiled the list consisting of 28 nominees. Let's see if we can go through them briefly for the benefit of Nigerians and the diaspora outside the country. The chief of staff to the president will be Femi Gbajabiamila. Deliver the list to the Senate president. Prominent people who made the list are a former Rivers State Governor, Nelson Wike, Rivers State, former Kaduna State Governor, Nestle Erufai, Kaduna, former Ebonyi State Governor, David Umahi. Others are the acting chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Abubakar Kairi, Borno State, the party's women leader, Betty Edu, Cross River State, the deputy chief whip of the 9th House of Representatives, Nkiruka Onyejicha Abia, a lawyer, Latif Fagbemi, senior advocate of Nigeria, Kwara State, and the president's special advisor on media and strategy that have been appointed from day one, Dele Alake from Ekiti State. Also contained in the list is the former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Adebayo Adelabu, Oyo State, the former minister of the state for health, Ali Petty, Bauchi State, the senator John Enao, Cross River State. The rest are Abubakar Momo, Edo State, Ambassador Yusuf Maitama, Bauchi, Ahmed Dangiwa, Kastina State, Anatu Musara, Kastina, Chief Uche Inji, Enugu, Doris Anche, Imo State, Mohammed Baduru, Jigawa State, Ekparika, Ekpo, Akwa Ibom, Olubumi Tunde Ujo, Ondo State, Stella Okoti, Delta, Uju, Ona, Ye, Anambra, and Bello Goronyo, Sokoto State. Mohammed Idris is from Niger, Olawale Edo is from Ogun State, Imam Sulaiman is from Nasarawa State, and Joseph Uta is from Benue State, and the last one is Sani Danladi from Taraba State, also made the list. So you can see that Bola Tinubu has been able to pick from all the 36 states so far, but he still have to fill up the remaining part of the state that we probably have not mentioned, because I didn't mention Sokoto State and some few more other states as well. Again, Nigerians are going to be reviewing all these lists and to see how it has been balanced. 11 states is missing, although the Constitution prescribed that the president shall appoint at least a minister from each of the 36 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Tinubu nominees from 25 states is already leaving 11 states. Let me give you the names of the states that are still missing so far. Lagos is missing, Kano, Adamawa, Bayelsa, Gombe, Kebbi, Kogi, Osun, Plateau, Yobe, and Zamfara. Meanwhile, Bauchi, Cross River, and Kastina State were able to get 2 slots each.
2 slots, my goodness. Let's start with this. It's a reflection of how accommodating that Tinubu is. But was there any surprise with their list? I mean, who was there and who was like, wow, this one? Was there any surprises there, or everybody said, oh, well, you know that was a landing?
Well, we're not surprised, because we know that Wike did play the card to be on the side of the APC, and it seems already that the PDP is knocking him off, for such, because he played what we called, Wike was unable to be expelled. It was double play in the game. It was one side in as a PDP governor, but not in support of a PDP presidential aspirant. PDP have now knocked Wike, a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, Timothy Osado, in an interview, described the ministerialists as an average collection of people who do not have what it takes to make a difference in the life of the nation. Speaking specifically on the inclusion of Wike on the list, Osado, a member of the PDP National Executive Committee, said the members of the party were not surprised. So if the members are not surprised, I'm sure Nigerians will not be surprised. Are we going to be talking about the women in the list? Yes, a couple of women have already started jubilating. One actually got to the point that she started speaking in tongue in the video that have gone viral after a name was announced in the ministerial list. The reaction has been maybe. I will give you what Nigerians are saying when it comes to some of the a reaction in terms of how excited she was. Maybe she was only too overexcited, and speaking in tongue was just the deal. We'll see if we can get that, but for now, let me come back again to you in the studio. Pending the time, we'll see if we can get some of the comment and reaction. But for now, Nigerians will be studying every details from those ministers to see what were their performance before being nominated. But for now, let me come back again to you because 26 minutes past 11, there's still a lot to be discussed.
Yeah, before we move on to other subjects or topics to look at. Now, so any of them there, have they got what they call a ministerial appointment experiences or held high offices that you think, oh, this one is somebody who is experienced. So we hand a ministry to the person who will say, at least, you know, is that an experience? Or they are all new? I know he has been a governor and all that, I reply as well, but can you just tell us a bit about them? Are they experienced?
Well, there will be a lot of people that will look into. I mean, I haven't have any idea how many of them that I know in terms of because we're talking about 36 states now. But like you said, let's go to El Rufai. El Rufai is a one individual that stated in a video that is already in circulation that there will never be a Christian governor in Kaduna State. That is not an inclusive government as far as we will look at it from the international perspective. Being appointed as a minister, does that mean that Bola Tinubu was just trying to make sure that El Rufai is carried along? Because El Rufai doesn't seem to be pleased for not getting the position of the chief of staff that he would have loved to. Let's look at Edo. We know that name is very one name that as many people will probably know for some of the work that he has done. Olawale Edun, let's give you a bit of a quick background of this individual. Olawale Edun, as we know, is also one that has got what we can say a bit of understanding, 56 years old. These are people that have worked with the Bola Tinubu during being the governor of Lagos State. So again, as they always say, he brings in those that he knows very well, those that he has worked with. And let me give you, a bit of a background to that, if we can get it up quickly. Wale Edun, bear with us. Once again, this is Starr Radio UK. Why Nigerians Tinubu picked a banker, Olawale Edun, to advise on the monetary policy. Nigeria is really going through a difficult time. Somebody like that might be able to bring in his experience on the table. According to Reuters, in June, Nigerian President Bola Tinubu picked a banker, Olawale Edun, on Thursday to advise on monetary policy alongside other on security and energy in a series of appointments to help steer part of the reforms in the West African country. This is how Reuters was able to project it. Tinubu, who took the office, is embarking on the Nigerian biggest reform agenda. So somebody like that might be able to bring in his experience. Let's say again one more, maybe then I'll come back again to you in the studio. I'm not too familiar with the others But like I said, let's look at Dele Alake. Dele Alake as well, worked with Bola Tinubu in Lagos State. He's a Nigerian journalist, also an activist and a technocrat. He's a former commissioner for information and strategy in Lagos State between 1999 and 2007 under the then Lagos State government, Governor Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. And being the commissioner for information, you could expect that Tinubu would never want to bring in somebody else that would not have understood his own ways and ideas and ways of communication. How he's going to manage communication as against Shehu Garba, we've been seeing the difference already, from his own style compared to Shehu Garba, that was then the senior special media to the former president, Muhammadu Buhari. So those four that we've mentioned, Dele Alake, Wale Edo, Wike, and El Rufai, are part of those ministers that made the list. And it seems Bola Tinubu is just bringing those old friends that he believes can help him steer the economy of Nigeria.
Well, listen, let's start with the UK. It's your president of the radio station in London. Bringing it up now to 11:31. We spent so much time on this ministerial. Let's start, but let us know what you think about it. And thank you very much for those of you who are still with us. We apologize sincerely for the flickering in the broadcast. And that goes straight to one of the stories that's speaking around. Well, pictures, yes, this is viral pertaining to Simon Epa and Ichirobi. But George's come out to debunk that picture that it is fake, it's the Photoshop. Are they trying to say, Ichirobi, well, he's with Simon Epa and everything that is happening in the Southeast, well, he's behind it. And then we can say, well, he's not a good person, let's forget about it. Is that what's happening?
Well, we'll walk quickly to see if the engineer can give us, the image that we're talking about. I saw the image, but we'll see if we can find it again and bring it on board. Simon Ekpa and Peter B are both from the Southeast. It has always been that Peter B is not doing much, according to some of those that believe that he's not saying much when it comes to, the issue between Simon Ekpa, the Biafrans, and he has actually been, quiet about it. But what we can say is that remember that Peter B's picture was actually put together, and then we were told that he was arrested by the immigration officer in London on his way to London, and eventually that was just a photo shot. I think, yes, I have the image, which also have Aisha Yusuf, one of those that support and still a supporter of Peter Obi. The picture was actually taken. I met that picture some few times during the campaign trail when Peter Obi was traveling. A lot of Nigerians met him on the airline and they'll take pictures with him. But it seems that somebody, we don't know who, have craftily managed to change. You can see the difference in the images that you're watching behind you on the screen. The real original image is the one to the right, but that has now been removed. And then the picture of Simon Ekpa with Peter B. Then at the behind is Aisha Yusuf. The question is, what could be the reason behind these? Especially, there is still a huge tension in the Southeast. And let's see if we can bring you what the Senate president actually said, when it comes to the Southeast, that it seems that the grips of Southeast is now in the hands of the government of exile of Simon Ekpa. I mean, this is what the Senate President Akpabio stated yesterday during the Senate floor hearing, and let's hear what he actually said.
Himself obeys the sit at home of the state. Himself obeys the sit at home on Monday, and then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit at home, and government shut down on Monday. It means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland.
So the real government running the show is now the Biafra government in exile. Simon Ekpa confirmed himself is the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Fabio says it seems that we've lost it. The Biafrans are now not just listening anymore. They're obeying the orders from outside the country. So whatever might tarnish the image of Simon Ekpa would always link with Peter Obi. But whoever has put this together, there's always an agenda behind it.
But as the government actually come up with any policies, well, we know that Tinubu is now putting his cabinet together, and but the question is, it seems to be that it's been for a long time because we had Buhari who wasn't addressing that same issue, and it was going on and it's going on, it's escalating and escalating. It was Monday up now. You say that it's going to 2 weeks, say that boom. So if you look at the whole thing and you think, why are they sitting down for the whole thing to escalate? Now we have the Yoruba bit. It's only that I think Professor and Dr. Tinubu who are just calming things. But if you were going at the same pace that Ministerial was going about, pushing, just pushing, it would be the same thing. And there will be so much unrest there. But what is Tinubu team doing? I know that the northern people are saying that, oh, don't release this one, oh, don't release this one, just be standing with them. But you know, what is going on there?
I managed to bump into 5 years ago video that was put together by the leader of the Yoruba Self-Determination Group, Professor Banji Akintoye. And part of what he was actually addressing as at that time is now in reality to our face. And let's see if we can give us just a snip of that, and then it will make it clearer that this is not personal. And we've said it a lot of times that President Bola Tinubu must not take these agitation personal, because the former President Muhammadu Buhari went overboard and took it too personal. And we saw how Twitter removed some of the content. He actually bounced back on Twitter for 6 months. Twitter was locked away. Let's hear from what Professor Banji Akintoye said some 5 years ago.
And it is their duty to guide and govern it in ways that are suitable for the nature of that country. If you do not do that, you will find the country going to pieces in your hand. The architect is an artist who builds who designs a house and does not take cognizance of the important factors in the circumstance. We build a house that will collapse. What type of soil do you have?
Well, let's leave that for now. Are we building a house on a soil that will eventually collapse? Time will tell, again, with this new government in managing the crisis unfolding in the southeast and those in the southwest as well. You're quite right. What we saw from Dupe Onitiri was trying to project the Yoruba nation into not the pathway that the Professor Banji Akintoye wanted. Akintoye also had a 35 manual pathway to the Yoruba self-determination struggle, just as the First Minister of the Scottish yesterday released his paper telling the international community, that if a referendum is given today, which was the breaking news yesterday in the news in UK, in Scotland, that the Scottish will go out of the UK. And the whole process is a paper that is detailed, explaining everything, just like Professor Banji Akintoye, stating last 5 years ago that if care is not taken, we might end up going through the breakup or the dissolution like we saw in the Soviet Union. So this country called Nigeria at the moment needs to be managed carefully so that it doesn't explode into what we don't want to see, like what is going on in South Sudan and exactly what we've been discussing in Niger Republic. Starr Radio UK, I'll come back again to you in the studio at 40 minutes past 11 as we continue to discuss the news headline from Nigeria.
just separate them. That's how God forced us to all go or separate ways to now have our own. So if the union is not working, give the people the chance to make their voices heard, and if they decide to want to go, why not? If they decide, no, we still have to stay, why not? Okay? So we know the majority will carry the vote, but the government fails to do that, and they sit down waiting for what to happen to escalate to what? Well. I know that you are thinking what I'm thinking. You are thinking the same way that I'm thinking, but it is already. Let's go to Jamaica. The rest of the story is making it around. Over to you, sir.
Well, what more can always bring joy, especially in the midst of the chaos, the situation, the stress, as many Nigerians are going through right now. But it seems that one particular game still brings hope and sentiment. They actually took out the host, Australia, by beating them 3-2-0 in the Group B game that took place, where Uchenna Kanu, at the game, scored. Udsinichi Ochali also scored at 65 minutes, and Asisat Olushola scored at 72 minutes. That led Australia now to be hanging out, just as Republic of Ireland was also defeated some few days ago. So congratulations to the Super Falcon, the Nigerian women national football team, playing currently right now in Australia. Let's come back again home at 42 minutes past. It seems, as we say, don't abandon project, but try to complete it. It seems even the rift between the previous governor of Kano State and the new governor doesn't mean that he will leave project that was not completed, abandoned. Kano government promised to complete abandoned project in all the 44 local government. The Kano State governor has promised to complete the 5-kilometer dual carriageways project in the 44 local government areas of the state that was abandoned by the immediate past governor Abdullahi Ganduje, that is still facing what we called, the activities of the money allegation against him while he was the governor. Meningitis, a very, very sad one. Meningitis have now spread to 130 local government, have killed 183. Nigeria has now reported a total of 287 confirmed cases out of the 2,007 suspected cases of meningitis in the country as we speak today. So we hope, the 130 local government in 24 states, including the FCT in Nigeria, between October 2022 to July 2nd, 2023. This is according to the epidemiology situation of the disease released by the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention. We're going to go straight to one more and then end up at the social media to see what is currently going on the social media. Let's take this one again, and then it seems that 100,000 companies have now been delisted from the database of the CAC. The CAC is just like the company now here in the UK. The Corporate Affairs Commissioner said it will remove 100,000 registered companies from its database soon during a training on use of beneficiary ownership register in Lagos. The Registrar General and the Chief Executive Officer of the CAC, Alhaji Gaba Abubakar, actually disclosed his intention to delete 100,000 registered companies from its database. The CAC set up the enforcement of these 100,000 companies to go off its register for failure to file an annual return, which is something that we all do for those of us operating outside the country. Let's give you an update. As we mentioned yesterday, the Chief Imam of Yoruba land was invited yesterday for what we called a peaceful conversation between himself and the Commissioner for Police, and it's all got to do with the peace in the state in Ilorin. He was left after this conversation. He spoke back to all the Yorubas to say peace is the actual way forward when it comes to the state as well. So that is the update that we wanted to give back. Also, there will be the launch of the Yoruba Nation shortwave radio that will be coming up on the 5th of August 2023 at exactly 8 p.m. And from then on, every 1 hour on a Saturday and Sunday between 8 p.m. and exactly 9 p.m. So from 5th of August, the first launch will happen on the shortwave with the frequency number 17735, which is going to be the frequency that you can tune in. 17735 KHZK. The Yoruba Nation shortwave radio, reaching every part of the world, will launch on Saturday, August the 5th, 2023. Please tune in into the frequency 17735 KHZK for the first live broadcast. Afterward, every Saturday and Sunday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's go now to the social media as Simon Ekpa continues to trend. The 2 weeks ultimatum for the sit-at-home will be coming up. The game is on. We are shutting down Nigeria following an ultimatum from the Finland-based agitator Simon Ekpa calling for the 2 weeks total shutdown of the southeast of Nigeria beginning from the 31st of July 2023. The transport companies in Cross River State have hinted that they may not release their buses to ply that route. Insecurity, according to the headline that is now being responded to by the government in exile, transporter to withdraw buses going to southeast from the 31st. So we'll be monitoring that and see how that is going to be. Hashtag Tinubu must go seems to be trending this morning. Not too sure why. It seems that more Nigerians are still not pleased. And let's see what people are saying. According to at Madonna 1996, it was said many years ago, and Nigerians are still saying it, that Tinubu must go. Nigerian judiciary, do your job. And it seems that they've pulled out Gani Fawemi News Watch of 1999. Wow. Why Tinubu must go? That seems to be, something that, people go back into the archive. Just like, we state all the time that Tinubu stated in London that Nigeria, he doesn't believe in. But it seems that all that has changed quickly now that it's part of the government as well. So we will continue to monitor that. But it seems that the hashtag Tinubu must go seems to be trending. One more again from at Odeboy. Bola Tinubu lacks the credibility, the legacy to lead ECOWAS. Now it's going to be a test of time, especially with the current situation in Niger, where the coup d'etat has currently taken place. How will Nigeria react, to make sure that they can pull their stand, just like Obasanjo did during, his tenure when, there was a coup, and Obasanjo himself flew with those presidents back to the state of the country and asked them to stand off from the coup plotters. But we have to wait and see how this government of Bola Tinubu and the chairman of ECOWAS will have to deal with such. The last one is coming from Joe Biden. Nigerian APC has fed you for breakfast. Change, sour meal 2015. Lunch, next level, poisonous mushroom 2019. Dinner, renew hope, empty plate 2023. I am glad the judiciary and their families partook of this meal. Wow, it seems Nigerians are very crafty when it comes to putting things together. Let me read that again. The Nigerians have been served by the APC when they had a breakfast in 2015 called Change, but actually is a sour meal rather. They had a lunch in 2019 called the Next Level, but that was a poisonous mushroom. And they're now having a dinner, which is a renew hope, but initially is now empty plate. We'll come back again to you in the studio. That is how far we can go on the social media this morning. But again, iSwap is trending, and we'll monitor over the weekend some of the other activities. One last one from African Confidential. Nobody's hoping for Tinubu to fail. We just know he will, just like his predecessors, because it is the way Nigeria was set up. It is ungovernable, and even he knows it too. The only beneficiaries of the entity Nigeria will always be the stakeholders in this colonial enterprise for as long as it exists, not the Nigerian people. Your refusal to accept this harsh reality won't change a thing about that, and will only leave you disappointed every 4 years. And choosing on the other hand to accept it does not make oneself hater, but a reality. Failure is the template of Nigeria, and no amount of support you show Tinubu or any Nigerian president will make them succeed. Because not even His Excellency President, I'm not going to mention that so that we don't upset some individual this morning, but I'll go by say President Muhammadu Buhari will succeed in Nigeria. No these and no peace, and quit the self-deceit already. Come on. That is coming from African Confidential at Bumi_speaks.
Today, let me say good morning to you, and again, let me sincerely apologize for the flickering in the broadcast this morning. The technical team are still working on it. As I just said, we will not bring you the money hour, but the technical team will need to end the program and work on it. So just bear with us. But Yomi, I know that well. The weekend is coming, and we have Chief Sunday, the host mom passing. Have there been any special programs that have been lined up for that? And when is she going to be buried? And what are the plans?
Well, we know that since the death, there's been, frequent visit from friends and family, to those that have visited. Yesterday, I saw one of our great mothers as well, called Iya Jagun, that paid a courtesy visit to the compound of the late Mrs. Sarah Adeyemo, the mother of Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho, that passed on, peacefully in her sleep last week, Saturday. There is still pain in so many Yorubas, looking to why Bola Tinubu, the president, refused to speak yet. Even twice now, they've engaged with the Talon president. We don't know what has been discussed, whether anything to do with Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho prior to the death. There hasn't been any final arrangement for the burial coming from the family yet, but we know that tomorrow they might hold what they call a prayer that has been done from the day one, when she passed on last week, Saturday. So it will be a week today that she died, tomorrow rather. So that is going to be the focus from many Yorubas that will be monitoring what is going to be happening from that end. But again, like we say, it is still time to engage, just as engagement and dialogue is the only way and a peaceful resolution to any conflict, especially for someone that hasn't committed any offense, but has now been chased out of his territory into exile for the last 2 years, and knowing fully well that a mother is the only way to give you the joy. As passed on, if Chief was at home, he would have probably even been in that compound, sitting there, living there until whatever arrangement they have to do, or returning back to his own house in Soka. But for now, he's just too far away from there in Benin Republic, monitoring with friends and family that are surrounding him and praying for him at this very, very difficult time that he's going through.
How wonderful would it be if the president decided, look, with this that has happened, let's call it truth and let Chief Sunday Igboho come back to Nigeria and then come to see the man and everything, and let's do it. The peace that will be created, and how I don't know about, well, maybe some of us we look at things differently, others look at things differently from where we say that, but whatever it is already okay. Our thoughts are still with them, even as they celebrate the week after the demise of our mountain, and we keep once again to the family our condolences. Okay, tell me before you go.
Well, it's the weekend with a lot of activities, and like Archie say, the work is still going on, to resolve, the technical glitch that we've experienced this morning. Bear with us. But tomorrow, we'll be full again on the full scale of the program from Saturday to Sunday. But I'll be back on Monday at 11 o'clock. Join us on the other sister broadcast for some of the other events and activities. But one thing is, make sure you follow us on the social media, especially on Twitter, on the Starr Radio UK, where we continue to give all the information that will be of benefit to everyone as well.
Okay, thank you. Have a lovely weekend. Let me catch up later.
Bye for now.
Well, listeners, that has been Mr. Live Report. As I did say earlier on, we sincerely apologize due to
How on a day? Yeah, day. Motoshi laptop, I wanted to go live on the software, but we're having problem and technical difficulties as well on it. It's one of those things. Technology sometimes could be, a little bit of problem. Ṣàlàáfíà ni gbogbo wa wà, àkúṣẹ́ takuntakun. I think our late nights actually knocked me out. You know, ní láti lọ ṣe tí mo bọ̀ a sọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀ àbí ọ̀rọ̀ náà là ń sọ lójoojúmọ́. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ dẹ̀ máa gbọ́, Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́. Mo kí bàbá Ọláwálé, mo kí ìyá wa dáadáa, ìyá lóde Ìjánọ̀tà, only the white lion himself. Ọ̀túnba Olúwaṣínà, mo kí ló wà ńbẹ̀. Azeez, ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ. Ẹ kí n lọ ṣe tíì. Nígbà tá a parí program ní ìdájí, I went back to bed and it took me some time before I slept. Nigeria, the pain is too much. I mean, àwọn kan rí jẹ nínú ẹ̀, so ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ń jẹ nínú bàjẹ́, they don't care. Mo kí mọ́mì mi Bùnmi Elizabeth. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmi báwo ní Lagos State. Gbogbo yín ṣì ń répo ràṣà báyìí. So let's do this thing. All right. Kamala Harris. This was yesterday, I believe. Yeah. 9 hours ago. Hello, Kamala Harris. Hello, mi ò mọ̀ tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Àwọn tó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà mọ̀ tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Sammy, mo kí ẹ lórí TikTok. Ẹ̀yin tèmi lórí TikTok, mo kí ṣàlàáfíà mọ gbogbo yín wà. Ọlọ́run bá wà pẹ̀lú yín. Ẹ jẹ́ n gbé wá báyìí. So that colleagues, the hair, all level bẹ́ẹ̀ because all show by, all tilt by. We need second-hand phone and tó bá ní phone ilé tẹ́ bá lò so that àwọn tó bá wa ṣiṣẹ́ gbogbo wọn lọ́n complain pé ẹ̀mọ̀ Nàìjíríà phone tó ń lò gbogbo wọn ti ní phone yẹn ti ní problem. Tupac death, I am disappointed authorities still haven't pinned it down on perpetrators. Kí ni ikú Tupac ní ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn níbí báyìí? Wàhálà wa social media. What does Tupac death got to do with your compose ikú Tupac? Anjorin Noah Mokie. Kamala Harris is the Vice President of the United States of America. In Yelano, 9 hours ago, I spoke with President Tinubu of Nigeria about the strong ties. I get my monitor screen. You are Joe. Am I being able to way? Alright. What if I did it? But no, my body says sleep, so I end up having more rest. But we had a program that we've done that I still want to continue. Lori Wizkid. Hello, with Wizkid. The cheapest ticket is £68. The most expensive ticket is £345. That's 340,000 naira. That's about for any visa láti wá wo Wizkid just Saturday. Lágbára Ọlọ́run kọ́lọ́run show a dollar. I'll be out there. Nírọ̀lẹ́. Màá lọ ṣe filming níbẹ̀. Èmi náà gbéra láti ilé mi. Even if it's going to cost me money to go there and my time. Ó ń dùn mí pé ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ lè wá wo Wizkid ní London. Àwọn ọmọ ìyàlú mi máa wo Wizkid. That is not good enough. But àwọn táwọn sọ fún pé ká lọ ká dá dúró. Gbogbo yín sọ pé no, pé it doesn't work like that. I don't know how it's going to work. When our countries again change the position, again jókòó báyìí. I'm ní láti lọ ṣe tí. So today I spoke with President Tinubu of Nigeria about the strong ties. It's all about the strong ties. But tó bá fi gba visa America nísìn, wà lọ dúró fún 2 years for one appointment. It's all about the strong ties. So ta ló ń gbádùn, ta ló ń jìyà. When they say it's about the strong ties, ta ló ń favor. Ìwọ náà béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Ta ló ń favor? Ṣé ìwọ ló ń favor ni àbí àwọn? Who actually favors? Ta ló ń favor? Ta ló ń jàǹfààní when they say strong ties? Strong ties. Strong ties with who? Nigerians? Ijaya Savings, Mokia, Mr. Fab. Even more than on the black market online. Wizkid máa play ní London lọ́la ní Tottenham 62,000 ní capacity. The cheapest ticket is £68. The most expensive ticket, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ọláwálé Àlàbí mo kí yín. Nigeria, Tinubu, I spoke with him, Vice President Kamala Harris ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Bóyá wọ́n máa wá sí Nàìjíríà for a state visit. Ṣé mọ̀ pé Obama wá Nàìjíríà? Ó lọ Ghana, but kò wá Nàìjíríà. Bóyá this time around, even Kamala Harris ó lọ Africa, kò rútẹ̀ lọ sí Nàìjíríà. Bóyá torí pé Buhari wà níbẹ̀, wọ́n fẹ́ kí government change. Àwọn náà ní election tó ń bọ̀ láìpẹ́. So we're going to monitor and see bóyá lẹ́yìn election, because I don't think they can plan any trip to Nigeria right now. I don't think Joe Biden is going to plan any trip to Nigeria. I don't think so. More doubt it. But what is going to happen is that Joe Biden, Mr. John Moki, Joe Biden will probably make it to Nigeria after the win election. That's if Democrat Bawale. But for now, I don't think any American president will visit Nigeria. But they want a good relationship with Nigeria. They want a good tie with Nigeria. They want a good relationship with Nigeria. But ṣé gbogbo relationship yìí ṣé ó ń favor àwa? Relationship tí wọ́n sọ yìí, this relationship tí wọ́n need this tie, this relationship. How does that relationship have impact with me and you as a citizen of Nigeria? Because American citizen only impact from Moki Baba Folorunsho Omola. Because American citizen. Wow. American citizen, UK citizen, German citizen, French citizen, Canadian citizen, even Turkish citizen, Saudi Arabia citizen, anytime tí government wọn bá ní any ties pẹ̀lú àwọn ìlú tó jẹ́ tiwa báyìí, àwọn máa ní benefit. Báwo làwa náà ọmọ Bọ́lájí wà ní UAE nísìn, kí ni ties ta ní pẹ̀lú UAE tí ó fi di pé wọ́n rí ní ìwé fún àwọn tó wà níbẹ̀? It's because we don't have a good government. Níjọba tó dáa. Ìjọba ta ní is not for us. Moki Baba Wadeleke _IO. So these are some of the reasons that we tell you that irọ́ ti pọ̀ jù. Prophet Ogundele, Moki Baba John Ogundele. Ìbáṣepọ̀ burúkú ló ń bẹ láàrin àwa ti Nàìjíríà. Tó bá ń sọ pé ties, because this is what she's saying. Yeah, Kamala Harris. Ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn tó sọ. Only today, Nyelano, I spoke with President Tinubu of Nigeria about the strong, tó bá sọ pé nǹkan tó strong, nǹkan tó ní kìmí nínú láàrin Nigeria àti America. Èmi wá ń bi ọmọ Nigeria pé kí nìyẹn máa ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ìwọ? How does that affect you? Because intermonisi ni pé dollar l'America need, but one need the resources, what they need the human talent. Ìyẹn la ṣe pọ̀ níbẹ̀ bí iyẹ̀pẹ̀, a pọ̀ níbẹ̀ bí iyẹ̀pẹ̀. They need the economy of America to keep, on the table. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ máa ní kìmí nínú, but economy Nigeria ó ń wọ́ṣíwọ́ṣí. Ìlú méjèèjì lélẹ̀. They need to be together because ìkan fẹ́ jẹ́nu ra wọn, ìkan favor ra wọn. Èwo ló rò pé ń favor ara wọn nínú méjèèjì? Ìwọ náà ẹ comment síbẹ̀. Èwo lẹ yín rò pé ń favor between these two currency? Ta ló rò pé ó ń favor? Ó yá, ẹ bá mi kọ sí comment section. Ta ló ń favor? Ta ló ń really favor? When we talk about these two countries, America ló wà lókè, Nigeria ló wà nísàlẹ̀, because bó ṣe lè yé yín lélẹ̀, because of any strong ties, they want these two countries to remain together. Àwọn ò fẹ́ break up. Àwọn ò fẹ́ Yoruba nation, wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ Biafra nation. Wọ́n fẹ́ owó ìlú yìí àti dọ́là. So that gbogbo relationship tá a máa ní pẹ̀lú America, because lè ná náírà ní America, o gbọ́dọ̀ ná dọ́là ni. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń fi mọ́tò ránṣẹ́ sílé, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ra mọ́tò l'America. Mr. David ní America ló favor, okay? Bí àwọn nìkan ló wà lórí program pẹ̀lú mi, àwọn tó kù ń sùn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Mr. Lawale ní the spoken has no impact on Nigeria but the impact on our natural resources. Wọ́n ní lórí irọ́. No, ṣé am I communicating? Èmi kọ́ mo sọ̀rọ̀ náà ṣe àbí òun lélẹ̀ Kamala Harris ló sọ. ẹ jẹ́ tún gbé wá báyìí kí wọ́n á gbówó yẹn wá báyìí ẹ ṣáà rí ẹ ti rí nǹkan tó kọ mo ti gbé kámẹ́rà yẹn mo ti gbé wá súnmọ́ yín dáadáa torí àlò software so kẹ má bàa sọ pé Koiki ok èèyàn kan náà ti ń dá mi lóhùn lórí TikTok wọn Amẹ́ríkà ló favour Mr. Sami náà lamẹ́ríkà ló favour ok kí ló dé kò favour Nàìjíríà kí ni ìdí tí kò ṣe ní kí ló dé tí kò ṣe favour Nàìjíríà kò lè favour Nàìjíríà because Amẹ́ríkà fẹ́ ta mọ́tò wọn fún Nàìjíríà especially ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wá alábọ́dé mọ́tò kọ́bẹ̀ ra Toyota àwọn ní Toyota tó pọ̀ but Toyota yẹn ò ṣe tuntun torí pé ìwọ ò lè afford tuntun àwọn olóṣèlú nìkan ló máa afford tuntun so ìwọ nísìn tó fẹ́ ra mọ́tò tó kún bọ̀ wàá wá wáyàn kan l'Amẹ́ríkà pé àwọn ṣé copa àbí kinní kan àwọn tó ń ta accident car wàá wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ra accident car yẹn wàá wá jù wá sí Nàìjíríà wàá gbé sínú container ṣé mọ̀ pé yẹ káwa máa build mọ́tò tiwa ni do you know that ṣé mọ̀ pé tó bá yẹ pé Àjàòkúta ń ṣiṣẹ́ láti the 80s ó yẹ ká máa build mọ́tò tiwa wọ́n build mọ́tò náà ní Nàìjíríà but wọ́n kàn jẹ́ pé bí apart wọ́n máa rà láti ta because tó bá sọ pé wọ́n build yẹn gbogbo part tó ń lò ìta ló ti ń rà which is so means that àwa kọ́ la ní the natural resources anymore no àwa kọ́ la ní the final product let me explain that gbogbo àlà ń gbọ́ Àjàòkúta nǹkan kan ló fẹ́ máa jù sínú Àjàòkúta tó máa fi di iron ore tó máa wá di tó máa fi build mọ́tò now resources yẹn wọ́n destroy Àjàòkúta wọ́n jẹ́ k'Àjàòkúta dìde àwọn á wá kó gbogbo resources yẹn wọ́n kó lọ Amẹ́ríkà wá build mọ́tò Japan á build mọ́tò India á build ọ̀kadà South Korea build this gbogbo wọn build that wá dá mọ́tò tó ti ṣe àti tó ti l'accident torí pé púpọ̀ ní wọ́n lè ra brand new car èèyàn mélòó ló lè ra brand new car náwó sókè most of us will buy second hand car tó ń bọ̀ láti America nítorí pé ọwọ́ ilé l'Amẹ́ríkà ń lò ẹ̀mọ̀ kúńkà la máa ń sọ nìyẹn UK àwọn ti gbọ́n ti wọn àwọn ò change ọwọ́ wọn UK wọn ò change ọwọ́ ti wọn they refuse to convert from ṣé right land drive or left they refuse to drive from to change the hand of the vehicle so most people don't want to buy a vehicle from the UK ẹ fẹ́ rà láti America torí pé ọwọ́ ilé ló ń lò mo wá ń bí pé láàárọ̀ yìí ní ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ ọjọ́ ìsinmi àlùbáríkà fáwọn tó jẹ́ mùsùlùmí what God cannot do does not exist àìmọye àwọn èèyàn ti ṣàdúrà láàárọ̀ yìí àìmọye àwọn èèyàn ti dífá láàárọ̀ yìí àwọn èèyàn ti jáde mo wá ń béèrè pé ta ló ń favour Mr. Adeleke ni we can't just be slave forever that's the question in tó níjà lẹ́gbọ̀ngàn láàrin àwọn àtàwọn tó ń sọ pé Koiki jẹ́ kí Tinubu ṣe mo dìímú ni ṣé mo dìímú nísàlẹ̀ ni UK is right hand drive ẹ ṣe gan ni even though pé 3 years ní sí mo drive ó ti wà too expensive fún mi mo lè afford ẹ̀ ìtìyàn bá dẹ̀ lè afford ó gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe kí ni ìyàn kan ní Mr. Gbola Adeyemoni that 1980 during Shagari ta ló ń favour because when you hear ṣẹ́rí gbogbo rhetoric tó máa ń sọ yìí in reality kò ń ṣe fún average Nigerian ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ o I know I'm not joking when they are saying that they want a strong tie okay Mr. Adeleke mo mọ̀ bí i Nàìjíríà lẹ́wà ta ló wà Nàìjíríà kó kọ̀ sọ pé yes mo fi dárúkọ yín ẹ má bínú ta ló wà Nàìjíríà nù yín láàárọ̀ yìí mo fẹ́ fún yín assignment yẹn ta ló wà Nàìjíríà ẹ sáré dá mi lóhùn pé èmi wà Nàìjíríà okay Mr. Ọládìméjì ǹjẹ́ mo lè rán yín pé business kan ń bẹ l'Amẹ́ríkà ẹ lọ gba visa kan fún yín even if it's genuine kò ṣe pé o fẹ́ sá lọ bí èmi sá lọ ni ìwọ ò fẹ́ sá lọ ìwọ ní náírà lọ́wọ́ okay Mr. Adeleke náà wà Nàìjíríà now in tó bá ti lè mú yín ní 5 million as an example ẹ lè ṣe ní business ní ṣé mo pa àwọn ọmọ ìlú yìí ìyà ń jẹ wá ẹrú ni wá lóòótọ́ ṣé mo pa àwọn ọmọ ìlú yìí ní UK tí mo wà tèmi mo sọ fún yín pé family friend wa kan lẹ́nìí ọmọ tó yìí ti pé 21 ti bàbẹ́ wọn lọ Amẹ́ríkà tí bá ní kí n gauge iṣẹ́ tí bàbẹ́ ń ṣe as a videographer ní bàbẹ́ ṣé mo pé kò ní láti present bank statement fún American government nítorí pé ó ní British passport. Sórí pen tèmi feel yẹn nísìn. Ṣó mọ̀ pé ties tí Kamala Harris ń sọ yìí pé àwọn ní ties pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà. Ṣó mọ̀ pé tó bá yẹ pé Nigerian passport gbé àwa náà dé America tá a need láti gba visa tá a dẹ̀ jáde padà. Mr. Adeleke nísìn ò need láti ṣe máa submit bank statement kó tó lọ America láti lọ gba visa tó ní fún. So tó bá wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ these ties ta ló ń favour gangan. Mr. Yodeji ní America ló gain more. Ìjáyà general ní na big scam and the fraudulent of the highest order lórí irọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ. Mo kí Aziz, mo kí àtó bí mi lọ́mọ, mo kí gbogbo èèyàn alálùbáríkà. Mo ní èmi ni máa ṣí ní ọkàn tí ẹ máa fi mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe pé à ń bá olóṣèlú kọ̀ọ̀kan jà. Àníṣe òkè ta ló favour nínú ìlú méjèèjì because etí Kamala Harris sọ dé ní kà fún yín nísìn. Mo mọ̀ bí àwọn èèyàn kọ́mẹ́ǹtì sábẹ́. Okay, kọ́mẹ́ǹtì pọ̀ lábẹ́, a máa ka kọ́mẹ́ǹtì ẹ̀ nísìn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kà délẹ̀ tán. Kí wọ́n wá bí ní Mr. Oguntade, wọ́n ní scam. We are tired of the zoo. Ìjáyà savings ní kò ń ṣe ìjáyà méjì ló wà. No, ìjálá, so èmi ni mo mix it up. Ìjálá sayings. Thank you. Until 2024 April. Ó sá lọ. Mo fi ka kọ́mẹ́ǹtì yẹn. We are in a big deep shit. Big mess láwa nínú ẹ̀. Àfi kọ́lọ́run Elédùmarè kókó wa yọ. We are in a big mess. Ìjálá savings àwọn ní until 2024 April before you can go to a visa interview. So that means pé Mr. Adeleke nísìn ti bá ní Mr. Adeleke ẹ mọ̀ pé mi ò lè wá Nàìjíríà kákọ̀ for even ká tẹ̀ sọ pé for argument's sake pé Mr. Adeleke ẹ jẹ́ àpàdé l'Amẹ́ríkà summit kan ń bọ̀ which is just a normal thing táwọn èèyàn ń lọ nílùú yìí. Àwọn kan máa dé fún summit náà láàárọ̀ yìí, àwọn kan máa dé fún conferences. Ṣé mọ̀ pé gbogbo kíní èlò ẹ̀kẹ́ máa lọ ṣá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Nàìjíríà. Ó yẹ kó lè sọ pé Mr. Koiki ọmọ mo fẹ́ kẹ́ pàdé mi kẹ́ bá mi ní Heathrow airport tí mo ní kí ló dé ẹ̀yin ibi London ẹ̀yin wà banking summit kan wà tí mo gbọ́dọ̀ attend torí pé ilé iṣẹ́ mi ó ní business kan tèmi àtàwọn òyìnbó bó ṣe ń ṣe láyé tẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ó wá fẹ́ lọ sí America wọ́n ní visa appointment ó di April 2024. Mr. Beboni, but to be honest, some Nigerian citizens don't represent the country. Hence, why this restriction? It's not the Nigerians. Let me give you something. Sherry, any mistake pé Nigeria nìkan ló commit fraud níta o. Ṣé àwọn Ìgbò wọ́n commit bá fraud níta. But ìlú wọn ti fún wọn ní backing tó fi ń jẹ́ kó lọ commit fraud yẹn. But nítorí pé àwa ni wọ́n ń gbé gbogbo ẹ̀dẹ́ lórí pé olè làwọn Áfíríkà. Àwọn òyìnbó tèmi bá gbé for 25 years wọ́n ta cocaine ju kí ló dálẹ̀ lọ nínú ìlú yìí. Ta ló ń gbé wọlé? Ìbọn wà nínú ìlú yìí tó ń káàkiri. I'm not joking. Àwọn kan ní ìbọn lọ́wọ́ nínú ilé wọn. Criminal pọ̀ nínú ìlú yìí tó ń ṣe kékeré. So gbogbo narrative pé Nigerians ló wà dishonest níta is lies. They are criminals all over every ethnic people because we are ethnic people. We are not the name that we are told. So this narrative pé our Nigerians láfà tó fi ń band wa is lies. It's because we have a country that is not up to the standard láti defend wa, láti fún wa ní that truth. Because tó bá jẹ́ pé £1 to £1 ni la ṣe ń lò, tó bá jẹ́ pé £1 to $1 ni, kí la fẹ́ lọ máa jókòó ṣe l'Amẹ́ríkà? Kí la fẹ́ jókòó ṣe ní Europe? White run scam more than we black. Àníṣe bá criminal ló pọ̀ jù nù wọn. But tẹ́mi bá commit crime nísìn, BBC máa gbé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀, CNN máa gbé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. So òyìnbó bá commit crime tí wọ́n ó kìtẹ́ bá ní wọ́n commit crime, gbogbo report tó ń jáde pé Shell gbogbo gbèsè olè tọ́jà tó ń kéèsì yẹn wà ní Italy, mo mọ̀ bí ó ti parí ẹ̀. àwọn ò ń ṣe crime kékèké problem táwa ní nìyẹn èmi ò condone crime o ẹ má sọ pé Koiki ò ń condone crime ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn petty tẹ́yìn ṣe nílé yẹn it's still a crime but petty òyìnbó máa dúró tiẹ̀ tán wọ́n máa ṣe kí ni wọ́n máa dúró tiẹ̀ tán ní organization tó máa defraud ìlú yẹn in billions of dollars in billions of pounds báwo ni Ìbòrí ṣe gbé 100 million pounds wọ sí ìlú yìí ṣe fi pé Ìbòrí nìkan ló gbówó yẹn wọlé ni ẹ gbọ́ pé Ìbòrí wọ́n fẹ́ confiscate 100 million pounds tí gbọ́ ó wà ní news ní last week system wo ni Ìbòrí fi gbé owó yẹn dé bíbá ọ̀nà wo ló gbà ibo ló fi gbà gbé owó yẹn láti Delta State tó fi dé ìlú yìí ṣé wọ́n tẹ epo síta ni because Delta is a oil producing country everybody knows that state rather not country it could be a country anyway so the question is báwo ni Ìbòrí ṣe rí owó tó tó 100 million pounds gbé jáde nínú state kan tówó yẹn dẹ̀ land sí ìlú yìí tí UK wá sọ nísìnyí pé àwọn máa confiscate Ìbòrí dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn pé lè confiscate àjọ máa tátọ́ ní court ni wọ́n máa lọ sí court ló máa dájọ́ we're talking about 100 million pounds over 100 million pounds lè ṣe ṣá tó bá distribute fún 1 million pounds sí 774 local government owó yẹn ṣì máa ṣẹ́kù ẹ bá mi divide 774 local government ní 100 million pounds èlò níyàn kankan máa gbà ní local government ẹ ìwọ tó wá ń gbé lábẹ́ local government yẹn owó yẹn á kàn ẹ́ lára tó bá fi ṣe the right thing this is why we are saying that this country tó máa sọ fún yín pé àwọn ní ties pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà they are not talking to you and me they are talking to the companies look America bá sọ pé àwọn ní ties ọmọ tí Kamala Harris ń sọ níbẹ̀ gbogbo American company tó fẹ́ operate ní Nàìjíríà ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ not èmi àti ìwọ ìyá oníkólóbo oníwóróbowóróbo àwa tá a rọra manage they are not talking to us because I don't see you now as a Nigerian to go and apply for a visa that you even be given even at a point ọmọ tó ń pè ní business time na money ọmọ tó ń pè ní business ọmọ Azeez ṣé ìgbà olóní kí wọ́n ná lọ́la ṣé mo sì lè rí ticket pàdé lọ online pa America $300 okay economy 300 business 500 pàdé rà ó fẹ́ lọ Nàìjíríà ticket 1,200 pounds kí la gbé kí la jù a 6 hours journey so ties will la wá ní nígbà yẹn I don't think some of you understand the consequence of what we are saying. Everybody ní any right láti lè lọ sí anywhere around the world. Àgbáyé tó wò yìí any right láti lọ sí any part of the world. But reason tí mo kí evangelist Ige Fúnkẹ́ mo ti rí lórí TikTok. But ìdí tí a ṣe lè lọ òun ni pé a ní tó ń pè ní visa restriction. So how do you want to operate as a business person when the country is already visa restricted to even Kenya? Ó fẹ́ dé Kenya lásán wọ́n ní kó lọ gba visa. How can South Africa ní ká gba visa ká tó dọ́dọ̀ ọ̀hún ká má jẹ́ tí wàá sọ Europe? Ìwọ wá ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà máa work as a youth as a person tí ó ní brain tí ó fẹ́ ẹlòmíì ó kàn fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ báwo lọ́ ṣe ń ṣe kinní yẹn kí wọ́n náà lè wá repeat template wọ́n duplicate ju kí ló dálẹ̀ lọ ní Turkey. Turkey nìkan ni mo mọ̀ pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wọn fún wọn láyè pé bó bá fẹ́ Versace ní láàárọ̀ ètò bá ti dé Turkey wàá rí ṣe ìyá tó bí mi nọ́mọ kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ mo ti ní lógo ẹ̀ ọ̀kábọ̀ sórí ètò nígbà tí mo ṣe tán lógo àná èmi àti mo sì ní tó sọ̀rọ̀ àjọ lọ sùn ni bí mi ṣe fẹ́ lọ sùn àwọn náà ń dágbére àtútù jí sáyé mo kí gbogbo àwọn Muslim Association of Nigeria mo kí alájà Bàrúwà alájà Gbangbala mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin sisters wa. Adeleke ni if only they're still going to grant the visa itself. So right there and there, as Nigerians, we have lost out. Sherente Ambassador, I am not against the government. I am not fighting the government. I am fighting that the system has failed you and me. Bó ṣe fail èmi ló fail ìwọ. Bó ṣe fail ìwọ ló fail èmi náà. My mom ran Forget about people that tell you that our was abroad work away. Nobody is coming to study. Everybody is trying to run away. Awati japa kukoje into polopo money. Ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ, the last owó tó fi ṣe business ní Futex. Àwọn tó ń ṣaṣọ, aṣọ ni mo sì mi tà ní Balógun was $60,000. Owó iná ni. Nígbà tó dẹ̀ máa di 1991, mo sì mi ní no. Ìlú yìí ti ń go into damage. Kó má di pé alájà tó ń pè wọ́n, a máa wá lọ máa tọrọ obì, tọrọ ewédú, tọrọ gàrí. Mom sí mi ṣe kíni, ó tẹná sọ́kọ̀, ó wá jókòó sí London ní 1991. Pé mom sí mi máa kọ́kọ́ travel kó tó bí èmi ní 1978 ni mom sí mi ti travel. Kí ló wá dé tí ìwọ Adélékè tó lè ṣe the same traveling? Mom sí mi ń ṣe tó ń pè ní U-turn ní 1980s. Ìgbà yẹn ni video cassette ṣẹ̀ jáde. Tí mom sí mi as the secretary of mobile oil tó bá ṣe tán níbi iṣẹ́, á fly jáde níjọ́ Friday pẹ̀lú Nigerian Airways, á dé New York. Wá ṣe gbogbo shopping tó fi ṣe, wọ́n máa land láàárọ̀ níjọ́ Saturday, alẹ́ ló máa gbéra ní Murtala Mohammed Airport. Wá bọ́lẹ̀ báyìí, taxi tó máa gbé wọn, ó ń gbé wọn, wọ́n ń lọ sí hotel. Gbàrà ló máa gbé wọn lọ síbi tó ti fẹ́ ṣe order. Wọ́n máa ṣe order yẹn tán. Gbogbo tó fẹ́ rà, wọ́n máa pack ẹ̀ fún wọn. Dollar, wọ́n change owó pẹ̀lú náírà ni. Mom sí mi bá mi jẹ breakfast níjọ́ Sunday. Ó dìjà láàrin àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ kan ní àdúgbò pé alájà travel kò travel. Wọ́n wọlé wá bá wa ní. Mom sí mi máa wọlé, wọ́n ti máa ṣe iṣu àtàtà a máa jẹ. Torí aláwọn house help tó pọ̀. So tá bá ń sọ pé kí ló wá fẹ́ yàtọ̀ between 80s to now? Kí ló wá dé tí the same situation ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀? Ẹ wá rò pé mò ń bá ẹlòmíràn ṣọ́tọ̀ ìwọ ló ti gbowó. Okay, Ìgbòho ní àwọn ọmọ tó wà lábúrò tó ń gbádùn. Ó ń sọ fẹ́yìn pé ìwọ tó jẹ́ ọ̀dọ́, ó jẹ́ kí ìwọ náà lè travel lọ sí ìlú òyìnbó without visa according to tó bá jẹ́ pé bí Nàìjíríà ṣe jẹ́. Nàìjíríà ní agbára tó bẹ́ẹ̀ láti sọ fún gbogbo àgbáyé pé àwọn ọmọ mi ò ní gba visa ní anywhere in the world. Ẹ ti ń jẹ́ kí n máa hot láàárọ̀ yìí. Ó jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà sọ fún any country in the world pé gbogbo Nàìjíríà ò ní gba visa wọnú ìlú yín nítorí pé wọ́n fẹ́ wá ṣe business, wọ́n fẹ́ wá kàwé, but wọ́n máa padà wálé, but wọ́n mọ̀ pé àní padà wálé because owó yìí ti bàjẹ́. In tó mú mọ́ sí tèmi sá kúrò Nàìjíríà ní 1991 nìyẹn. Àwọn ìyá tó ń fi owó tó ń tówó, ọmọ tó jẹ́ $60,000 ní 1980. Mọ́ sí mi ti sọ $20,000 rí ní Heathrow Airport traveller check. Ó jábọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn ọmọ tó wà. Bàbá tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ọkọ ẹ̀, ó ní máa tẹ̀síwájú kó tó débi tó ń lọ, owó adọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀. How many people can I know what the damage in Nigeria? Àwọn tẹ́ ń pè ní leaders, àwọn olóń pè ní leaders. What it destroy tó ń pè ní Nigeria? It has been finally destroyed to the extent that ẹ jẹ́ play video yìí around kan mi láàárọ̀ yìí nísìn. Mo ti hot. Ìyẹn kan wá ń sọ nísìn pé àwọn fẹ́ ṣe ties pẹ̀lú Nigeria. Ibo the ties náà wà? Why all these lies? Big boy, how are you? How's business? That he came out so reputable on social media. And that back on go, big boy no let me. I cried for you all. You back on go ocean operate pẹ̀lú mobile phone àti tablet. Tí business dem lọ tó ń wọlé tó ń lọ. Sórí ìwọ tó wà nílé náà nínú yàrá ẹ̀. Oh, need the yahoo tí government bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ ló fẹ́ fi yahoo ṣe. Oh, need the láti máa ṣe fraud. Everybody needs to be able to operate and make money. Are you making money? A little bit. Allah àti bàbá ń kẹ́. Ó bá nù ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni. Jíìnì ni ntí Yorùbá ń ṣe nìyẹn. Ó bá lọ́wọ́ màmá ẹ̀, ó bá lọ́wọ́ màmá ẹ̀ ni mom sí tèmi tí ń travel kan tó bí mi ní 1978. Last born wa lọ bí sí ìlú yìí kó tó di pé Margaret Thatcher change òfin. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá bí sí UK in the 80s, Margaret Thatcher ló change òfin pé ẹni tó bá bí sí bíbá ìkànnì ṣe British citizen mọ́. Àbúrò tèmi ló jẹ the last time. Ó jẹ lára àwọn máa ń bí mọ́ sí pé kí ló tẹ̀. Ìyẹn lèmi ṣe suffer 15 years ni mo fi ń fight ìwé láti gba ìwé lọ́wọ́ British. 15 years àwọn ọmọ tèmi ò go through that anymore. So gbogbo iná láti máa wá ní kẹ́ máa bọ̀. Ṣé gbogbo tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá la máa kó wá síbẹ̀? Àní Nàìjíríà ní agbára láti sọ fún gbogbo ìlú pé nígbà visa wọ̀lú yín. But nítorí pé economy Nigeria ti crumble. Àwọn Babangida ti damage in the 80s olórí burúkú Babangida yẹn. wọ́n ní kó lọ devalue owó. Over allow fraud kó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbogbo Nigeria. Everybody is now struggling today. Àwa ní ebi ń pa wá, ebi ò sí ní pa wá. They've destroyed the whole country. And that's what we are saying to people. Ma play video kan tẹ́ máa gbọ́ audio ìjáde nísìn. Mo ń sunkún nígbà tí mo tún gbọ́ bàbá Akintoye láàárọ̀. Sahara reporter kọ́ pull it out ni 15 minutes ni. Màá jẹ́ kó run through. A ní Nigeria ò gbádùn. Nigeria ó ti tán fún Nigeria. Hong Kong, èmi mọ Hong Kong ní second primary school. Mom sì tèmi ló máa ń supply àgbo fún wọn ní Jankara market. Hong Kong lọ ti lọ kó àwọn àgbo yẹn wá. Ibẹ̀ ni mo ti mọ̀ pé àgbo kan wà. Tó bá ṣí orí ẹ̀ báyìí, àgbo wà nísàlẹ̀, bèbí máa wà lókè. Oríṣiríṣi àgbo Hong Kong, àwọn olóṣèlú àgbo yẹn, àwọn tó jẹ́ prisoner ló ń ṣe concept. Hong Kong lọ ti lọ kó àgbo wá. Ìwọ máa sọ fún mi pé Koiki shut up, nítorí pé wà ní London ni. Yes, mo sá kúrò lọ ní Nigeria ni because Nigeria ò favour mọ́ sí mi lèmi náà ṣe sá kúrò. Ìwọ wá ṣe sọ fún mi pé ó lọ kàwé, ó lè jẹ́ ó jáde ní university. Ìgbà tó wá jáde ní university wọn kọ́, iṣẹ́ ò ní fẹ́ fún ẹ. As a graduate, ó yẹ kí gbogbo yín máa ní mọ́tò ni. Èmi ò kàn lè gun mọ́tò nílùú Èkó wà too expensive. But as a graduate ní Nigeria, ní tó bá ti mú ẹ graduate pé ó tẹ̀ ṣe tán, ó yẹ kó ní right láti lè drive mọ́tò on credit. A ní Nigeria work. Kò ń ṣe pé à ń bá Tinubu jà ń bí Tinubu. Tinubu ò lè ṣe kankan. The economy of Nigeria is like a Titanic that has gone down. Eléyìí ẹ fọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation sílẹ̀. Tó bá yẹ kó fẹ́ support Yorùbá nation, okay, fọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation sílẹ̀. Wá sọ fún mi bí Nigeria ṣe fẹ́ work. Wá ṣàlàyé fún mi. Wá ṣe àlàyé fún mi bí Nigeria ṣe fẹ́ work tó máa favour èmi, tó máa favour ìwọ, tí ọmọ tèmi operate láti inú ilé tó ń ṣe business tí kò ní láti jalè. Ó bá nínú family ni. Ìran Yorùbá ló ń ṣe business. Àwa la ní business, but àwọn ọmọ Igbo kan ń ṣe business ẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ Igbo ní business tó wà. Wọ́n ní business skills tó wà. Fact lẹ gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní business skills tó àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá. Mo ní sẹ́ mọ́ sí tèmi ṣe tó ń pè ní U-turn in the 80s. Wọ́n kì í sùn tó bá ti dé JFK. U-turn ni tó bá ti ra gbogbo tó fẹ́ rà, wọ́n máa padà sí that same airport. Orí flight lọ ti ń sùn. Tó bá dẹ̀ máa dàárọ̀, kò sí pé o lè máa dá wọn dúró láti airport. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa gbé wọn délé. Ọjà tó rà, wọ́n ti mọ ibi tó ń lọ straight. Ó ń lọ sáàrin Èkó, Balógun, Wọ́tà, wọ́n tún ti gbọ́ owó padà. Bá ṣe ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn. Àní Nigerian leaders are the most wicked. Gbogbo wọn lọ́mọ yẹn. Ẹ̀yin wá ń bínú. Ta lẹ̀ ń bínú sí? Ẹ̀ ń bínú sí mi. Ẹ ní láti bínú sí mi náà because èmi náà sá kúrò Nigeria ní 1998. 3 years ni mo fi gbé láàrin yín ní Lagos Island ní phase 2 Ládéníjàdèlé nígbà tí mo ṣetán l'Abẹ́òkúta Grammar School ní 1995. Dọ́là yìí ló jẹ́ kí mọ̀ sí tèmi sá kúrò Nigeria nítorí pé dọ́là ti ń lọ sókè. Mọ̀ sí mi ní pé no, this is not viable anymore. Ọlọ́run máa wá jẹ́ kí irú àwa ta ti ń gbádùn, ta ti ń jẹ corn beef, ta ti ń jẹ geisha, kí ìyá tèmi wá lọ máa tọrọ jẹ. Ó dìjà láàrin family pé wà wá kó àwọn ọmọ sílẹ̀. Mọ̀ sí mi ní pé màá kó wọn lọ sí boarding school. In tó mú mi lọ sí boarding school nìyẹn. Mo lọ boarding school but private hostel ni mo lọ. Confirm dẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀. Ẹ lọ sí Taradec. Mo mọ̀ bí ó ṣe yẹn exist. Opposite Gomode hostel. Àkọ́kọ́ lọ sí Anti-Beams. Bó ṣe rú gbogbo adìyẹn. My older sister, òun náà ti wà ní UK nísìn. Òun lọ sí Federal Government Girls School. Gbogbo táwọn ọmọ sí ìtẹ̀ rin àwọn òrìn yẹn. Ọ̀nà tẹ̀ lóní. Gbogbo àwọn Fúlàní yẹn wà níbẹ̀. But they are not up to your corny years. I remember your face. I stayed opposite the phase 2. Àní yín mo gbé. Gbogbo àwọn Síkírù Balógun gbogbo wọn pátápátá. Àwọn ọmọ custom. Mo kàn fi máa dárúkọ àwọn èèyàn ni. Àárín phase 2 ni mo gbé. Àní tó dẹ̀ mú mi tí mo gbé láàrin gbogbo time tí mo fi wálé ó lè mọ̀ pé mo travel rí because I blend with everyone. Èmi tí mo ń gbọ́ padà láti Àlímọ̀ṣọ́ dé Victoria Island. The only problem tí máa ń ní ni pé ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ máa ń kó sí mi lójú ni. Wọ́n ra glasses fún mi pé kí n máa wọ̀. But èmi máa ń fẹ́ rí gbogbo tó ń lọ. I love it. Ó wà dangerous but at the end of the day, màá dó sí àárín Ìkẹjà báyìí. Ìkẹjà long tá bá ń lọ ní lálẹ́. Màá ní pé ká má ti wọ mọ́tò. Màmá wo bí èrò ṣe ń lọ tukùtàkà kí ló dé. That was before ká tó ṣe Yorùbá nation. And so pé this system has damaged our psyche. Ó ti tèmi náà bá wà nílé tẹ́ bá ń sọ fún mi mo lè má gbọ́. Cousin wa kan ṣẹ̀dé kò tí pé 3 months. Ó ṣẹ̀dé sí London ni. Àwọn wá on scholarship, àwọn scheme tó máa ń ṣe yẹn. Èèyàn mélòó ló lè lọ́ máa fún ní gbogbo ẹ̀. So what we are trying to say is that the reality, our own graduates are here riding Okada. Tó bá tẹ̀ ń ride Okada, tó ní dignity, tó fún wọn ní ọ̀tọ̀ ní kíyàn ní ọ̀kadà tó máa gùn. Ọlọ́pàá ní láti dẹ̀ dúró because automated ni tó bá ti jáná ó máa sọ fún ẹ kó máa sọ bill. Mo sọ fún yín níjẹta mọ́tò kan wá gbé níbí báyìí arákùnrin ọ̀fẹ́ kọ́ gbé mọ́tò yẹn lọ wọ́pọ̀ ọlọ́pàá ní ó ti ṣẹ̀ ó ti gba tíkẹ̀tì tó bá ṣẹ̀wọ̀n ní wá clamp mọ́tò yìí lọ yanjú ẹ̀ níta mọ́tò yìí wọ́n máa gbé ọlọ́pàá dúró tó fi gbé mọ́tò yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ gbé mọ́tò yẹn lọ. So what we are saying is that there is a danger at the moment that is affecting every Nigerian, regardless of whether you believe in the dissolution of Nigeria or not. The issue is that we are already in danger, and that danger is now becoming a big impact on our lives, where people cannot get access to good medical. Show me, access to good medical, you are in a big problem. Social media. Sometimes I see people, these are chicken chains. Ibori stole so much that he has 100 million pounds to confiscate in the UK. I'm talking about Ibori. Ibori, the former governor of Delta State. 100 million pounds ni wafe confiscate in the UK. So when we are here talking, we might raise our voice. It might look like sometimes we attack you. We are not. Ṣé máa sí mi lè rìn federal government college nísìn kọ́ náà fẹ́ lọ kíyàn kan níbẹ̀ pẹ̀lú bó ṣe ń jíyàn gbé ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ka rí kò ṣe dáadáa kọ́ wá kíyàn níyà kọ́ gbé yà níyà kọ́ gbé wọnú igbó ṣé mọ̀ pé mo ráwọn girls kan tó tún ṣe gbé nísìn Nàìjíríà mo pìtì yín o. We are saying that we are in danger. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ mú fídíò jáde àwọn tó tún ṣe kidnap orí page Simon. You don't have to love the Igbos. Àwọn ní tiwọn lọ́wọ́ àwa ní tiwọn lọ́wọ́, but when we are all on our own sovereignty, we will be able to detect ta ló ń ṣe problem láàrin wa, because right now wọ́n kò generalize gbogbo wa together taba lọ báyìí wọ́n ní Nigerians ni ó lè já wọn Igbo ló ń dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ ó lè já wọn lọ ń gbé drug, but nígbà tí wọ́n ti kó gbogbo àpapọ̀ ní UAE nísìn wọ́n refuse wọ́n renew visa yín wọ́n renew visa ní Turkey gbogbo wọn ló ń complain pé wọ́n renew ìwé fún wọn mọ́. Irú ayé wo nìyẹn? Ìjọ wo la fẹ́ ní ìsinmi concept? Ìjọ wo la fẹ́ ní ìsinmi? When we are all going to die at some point, ìjọ wo la fẹ́ ní ìsinmi? Ìjọ wo ní ìsinmi gan máa dé fún wa concept? Ìsinmi ò sí nínú church, kò sí nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí. Inú country ní ìsinmi máa ń wà. Inú country ló ti máa mọ̀ kó fẹ́ ní ìsinmi. Because ìsinmi ni pé nísìn, okay, máa wọnú kitchen mi nísìn. Mo ti ronú kí ni mo fẹ́ jẹ, ṣé mo máa dín ẹyin ni, ṣé kí n boil ẹyin ni? Torí ìyàwó mi ti lọ síbi iṣẹ́. Àwọn ọmọ Oòduà ó ti kó wọn lọ. Èmi àtàwọn àgbàlagbà lájọ wà nílé. Ìyẹn láriwo ṣe reduce àtẹ̀mísì àwọn yẹn ọ̀tẹ̀ wálé lánàá wọ́n ṣe fàájì lọ. Now ẹ jẹ́ ká wo fídíò àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe kidnap yìí. Ẹ máa sunkún fún abiyamọ. This is Nigeria that you want us to remain in. Ó dà pé orin yóò pè. These are Nigerians kidnapped. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. Nigerian military that we love so much, we respect so much, wọ́n wá dẹ́ntí ó di yẹ̀yẹ́. They cannot deal with these terrorists. This is Nigeria. Igbo lele. Tọ́ba ní kó support Biafra nísìn, a ní kó shut up. Wọ́n ti kidnap ẹ̀ nísìn. Igbo ló ń sọ. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. Ṣé UK lè allow kí terrorists máa jí àwọn èèyàn gbé nínú ìlú wọn? Ṣé America lè allow káwọn terrorists máa jí èèyàn gbé? Ṣé Canada lè allow? Ṣé Australia lè allow? Why then is it happening in Nigeria? Ẹ wọ́n. Ó wà lórí Twitter mi, ẹ lọ wò níbẹ̀. So some of you think that is because we have something to gain in this. If it's that, okay. But at least ẹ jẹ́ ká bọ́ nínú wàhálà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká bọ́ nínú wàhálà tá ń sọ yìí ó ti wá di gẹ̀gẹ̀ sí wa lọ́rùn. Yọ̀kọ́dé yìí sí ọmọ Oòduà, do you mean that kan bí ọ̀rọ̀ gan? Oníwàhálà ni àwọn ọmọ mi lèmi máa ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn ọmọ mi lọ́mọ Oòduà. Ṣé wọ́n ń ṣọmọ Oòduà ni? Ìbí bàbá wọn ni bàbá Oòduà. Àbí ẹni tó pariwo Yorùbá nation ṣe bàbá Oòduà. The operating system in Nigeria is terrible. We like statement here. Nígbà tí mo dé UK ní 1998, mo bá lọ sí library. Ni mo wò ó máa wo hàn ní torí pé dọ́ọ̀rà àwa èmi wà fresh and I'm not wọ́n sì mi send ṣége Western Union. Àṣeyàn yẹn fa kùrú iṣẹ́ ni. Àṣẹ owó tí ìyá yẹn send, ìyá yẹn ṣiṣẹ́ kùrú ní iṣẹ́ gidi. Nígbà tí mo dé London mo realize pé ìyá ẹ̀ ti ṣiṣẹ́ dànù nígbà tí mo dé ní 98 láti airport nínú mi ń dùn ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tọ́nà yan London ó máa tọ́nà lálẹ́ tó bá dé London lálẹ́ inú àwọn máa dùn ni pé it's a great country but the problem is tá a bá resolve in tó wà on the ground lọ́dọ̀ tiwa it is as it is. Nígbà tí mo dé mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹni tó sọ pé operating system lórí TikTok and I appreciate those of you. We have a huge number. Ìbúlẹ̀ ti wá láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. Thank you so much. Over 86 people. Ẹ̀wọ́n ti bínú láàárọ̀ yìí o. Ìta ló tún ìbúlẹ̀ lè ti jáde kẹ̀. I'm sure pẹ̀lú àwọn àpẹ ká ní bọ̀bọ̀ ẹlòmíì ò pàdé mi rí. But thank you so much. We appreciate you. I don't have anything against APC supporters, PDP supporters. Mo love Sowore. Gbogbo yín la love. But in reality, ṣé Nigeria máa work? I pray for Tinubu. But Tinubu, like I told you all, ó máa pé 87 years old by 2031. Kọ́lọ̀ fún lẹ́ni gúngún àtàlàfíà. Àwọn kan fún wa ní gift. Ẹ ṣe gan. By 2031, tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán, tí power bá padà sí north, gbogbo tí Tinubu bá gbé sílẹ̀ as structure can be destroyed within 1 week by the northerners tó bá gbé wá ìyẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Nígbà tí mo dé ní 1998, ṣé mi ṣe small computer program mọ̀mísí mi ní kí lọ rẹ́ mo ní mo fẹ́ gba jáàmù mọ̀mísí mi ní jáàmù kọ́ jáàmù ní àná òkàwé ní uni Nàìjíríà sẹ̀ bó o tẹ̀ ẹ̀ka nǹkan kan tó bá dé London wà á ní experience and I'm not joking my 25 years in UK is better than ẹni tó ní first class degree ní Nàìjíríà because ẹni tó ní first class tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn ó ní kí n shut up ó ní Koiki olè ní mí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kò mọ̀ mí rí o ìtọ́kàn sọ níta ìyẹn lòún gbé dání ẹlòmíì dẹni kudos to the job you are doing ẹlòmíì ni ìwọ ló ti Ìgbòho pa ìwọ ló sọ Ìgbòho dibi tó wà yẹn okay Ìgbòho náà wọn accept ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ bí ọmọ kékeré ní Ìgbòho bèbí ni Ìgbòho. Nígbà tí mo dé ní 1998 ní bá lọ sí library mọ̀ sí mi ti lọ síbi iṣẹ́ mo ní ìyá yóò tẹ̀ dúró sílé èmi tí mo ṣẹ̀ dé wọ́kọ̀ ní ti bá fẹ́ jáde má tirẹ̀ mọ́nulé o tó bá tirẹ̀ mọ́nulé ó dalẹ́ kí èmi àtẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ tó dé o tó bá máa jáde kọ́kọ́ fi make sure ọ̀rẹ́ mọ̀ sí mi kan kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹ́ wọn mo fi dárúkọ wọn very popular woman ìjọ kan wọ́n ti wà board wọ́n máa wá ń ra mọ́tò part nílùú èmi àwọn mọ́tò tó máa ń gé pàtẹ́ ìyẹn kan wá ní Yorùbá ìyá ẹ̀ ṣe business yẹn tó ń ṣe kékeré ẹ̀ wá máa ní àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò nìkan ló ń ṣe mọ́tò part wá sí Nàìjíríà ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa ọ̀rẹ́ mọ̀ sí mi yẹn ṣe mọ́tò part yẹn bá jẹ́ tó máa wọ ṣòkòtò tó máa wọ àárín wọn ní rénà tó lè mọ̀ pọ́bìnrin ni wọ́n ti wá wà board níjọ́ kan bí mọ̀ sí mi ṣe jáde mọ̀ sí mi wá ń bọ̀ báyìí àwọn afẹ́ lọ sílẹ̀kùn àfìgbàgà ọkọ̀ tìra wọn mọ́ gbogbo wọn kí wà nínú ilé so that is the first thing. Nígbà tí mo dé mo bá lọ sí library mo ní mo fẹ́ ṣe email I'm still using that email till today my first email can you imagine èmi tí mo kọ́ computer ní Nàìjíríà mo ní email address. Ìgbà tí mo dé sí London mo realize pé email address is free to open nísìlẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ń ṣe Gmail nígbà yẹn it was only AOL àti Yahoo. Ní bá dé library lọ́ba ní kí n jókòó sórí computer nígbà tó tàn ní bá wo kíní ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń boot mo wà excited o mo reason because MS-DOS lèmi fi kọ́ computer ní Igbóṣeré computer college ní opposite Igbóṣeré high court so nígbà tó tàn computer yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ mẹ́rin náà ṣe máa wà amazed tí bá ń ṣòyìn ní London bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe wà amazed nìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe wà amazed nígbà tèmi náà dé nìyẹn but listen because the power of the social media ẹ ti rí so many things tẹ́ ẹ lè rí tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ ti rí live video ẹ ti rí porn ẹ ti rí báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń ṣe so many things ní bá jókòó nígbà tó tàn kọ̀ǹpútà ní bá wo kọ̀ǹpútà yẹn báyìí mo wá wò pé eléyìí yàtọ̀ sí intent ẹ mọ̀ inú rẹ̀ fẹ́ wà too straightforward ẹ mọ̀ pé òyìnbó dẹ̀ làwọn library what do you want to do? I want to òyìnbó tèmi gbà yẹn nísìnyí òyìnbó yẹn dá o èmi náà bí òyìnbó Nàìjíríà ni I want open email address nísìnyí òyìnbó wa ti dá nígbà tèmi náà dé òyìnbó kábúkábú Nàìjíríà náà ni I want open email address bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Robertson Computer College owó burúkú la ná níjọ́ náà àṣé gbogbo tá à ń fi kọ́ computer àṣé nǹkan tó ti pẹ́ tí wọ́n lò mọ́ ní gbogbo àgbáyé òun làwa fi ń kọ́ computer nígbà tó bá tàn bá rí pé kílẹ̀ tí wọ́n bù gbùdùgbùdù báyìí èmi expect pé because MS DOS ó máa key code ni parapara àwọn tó bá mọ MS DOS ni ó máa understand nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí nígbà tó bá boot up tán ní bá rí pé Windows 2000 wọ́n ti ń lọ sí Windows 2000 no 1998 yẹn wọ́n ti lọ sí Windows 2000 yẹn mo lè operate o woman yẹn mo ṣáà ń dọ́gbọ́n èmi náà lo ICO ó ní ṣé wàá sọ fún pé ibi tó ti ń bọ̀ pé ò mọ kọ̀ǹpútà lónìí email lásán ni mo ń sọ yẹn just to open an email look at how it was then and bí ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn millions of Nigerians ò ní email millions of Nigerians does not have email ṣé o mọ̀ pé àwọn government official yín ṣe lo Gmail that country is a fraud ó yẹ kí Nàìjíríà ní server tiẹ̀ ṣé o mọ̀ pé gbogbo táyà ń ṣe lórí social media Facebook this kí ló dé tí Nigerian government ṣe ń lo Gmail tó ń lo Yahoo in a government offices mo ṣáà ń wo woman yẹn ó ní òun fẹ́ expect pé kí n ṣe mo ní no mo ní help me àti lè pélé òpútù ni African man that was how I opened musakalam@yahoo.com mo ṣe ń lo email yẹn dọ́là tó bá send email sí mi màá reply yẹn 1998 ni mo ṣe that was in 1998 mo kí ìyàbọ̀ mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa àwọn èrò ti yaba sórí TikTok o wọ́n ti bínú láàárọ̀ yìí. So what I'm just trying to narrate this morning before mo ní láti lọ ṣe tí mi, we don't have any issue with any of the Yoruba politicians, but the question is, are they really truthful with us? If they are truthful with us, let's listen to what Baba Akintoye said 5 years ago. Ni Baba Akintoye ṣe video yìí 5 years ago. Mo fẹ́ lọ ṣe tí làwa máa ń mu nílùú òyìnbó kí n dẹ̀ wá pa fún ti máa fi jẹ́. Mo lè play video ìdílé torí pé Sahara ló ní àwọn ìbínú. Like I said, even if you don't believe in the dissolution of Nigeria, you don't believe pé ká pín Koiki, I get gbogbo point tó ń sọ yẹn, but actually fix in Nigeria. Ọmọ ṣé o mọ̀ pé Scotland fẹ́ lọ. Scotland lánàá sọ pé àwọn máa fún UK tó bá fáwọn ní referendum láàárọ̀ yìí àwọn máa jáde. Mo kí ìyàwó Fiona gbogbo yín pátápátá mo kí. Ẹ jẹ́ á gbọ́ Baba Akintoye. You don't have to love him. You don't have to agree with him. But one thing I can tell you is that 5 years ago ni Baba sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Tó bá wá gbọ́ tán, màá jẹ́ kó rò dáadáa torí èmi náà máa ṣe nǹkan kan ní background, màá jókòó bíbá. Kó wá sọ fún mi pé ṣé Baba Akintoye tó sọ nígbà yẹn ṣé ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní sàbí kò ṣẹlẹ̀? Ẹ jẹ́ á gbọ́ Baba Akintoye. Mo kàn fi gbé wá síwájú kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lè máa rí mi. Kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ máa rí mi. Ẹ manage ẹ jẹ́ kí n continue bẹ́ẹ̀ so ẹ manage kára máa wò ẹ jẹ́ n change background rẹ̀. Nígbà yìí nígbà.
In the circumstance, we build a house that will collapse. What type of soil do you have? What type of material is available? What type of workmen do you have? What type of technology do you have to get things together? If you do not put all of that together as an architect, you will put together a house. And so my summary of the weakness, the failings, the disastrous failings of leadership in our country is that our leaders have never really asked themselves, what kind of country do we have? And how do we put it together to achieve success? The result is that we have gone from the very highest of our, and it is to be wondered how much more a country can take has taken before it breaks up. So, I have seen this country succeed a lot. In 1982, I was a young senator in the Nigerian Senate. I was also an academic. And as a result of the combination of the two, I was invited by the Republic of South Korea to give a lecture as part of the installation of their newly elected president in 1982. And I was to talk about the growing relationship between South Korea and Nigeria. And all I could say was of pride in my country. We were so far ahead of those people. All the rulers who are there in the hall in the Institute of International Relations and National Security as I delivered my lecture. And I was telling them, it is not only oil that we can sell to you, there is a lot we can teach you. For instance, we have built some of the best, most successful universities in the third world. We have built one of the most respected medical schools on earth.
Okay, our comfort.
We have succeeded in developing our agricultural products.
Ẹ máa gbọ́n tí bàbá sọ, àárọ̀ yìí mo ṣe rí fídíò yìí. 5 years ago ni fídíò tẹ̀ wọ́n yìí. 5 years ago.
The largest producer of palm oil in the world. It's the second largest producer of cocoa in the world.
Indonesia ni number 1 nísìn ní gbogbo àgbáyé when it comes to palm oil. Epo pupa tá à ń jẹ. Indonesia ni number 1, Malaysia ni number 2.
We have a lot to teach you. My country, Nigeria, has a lot to teach you. Today, South Korea is at least 1,000 years ahead of Nigeria. Nigerian leaders have succeeded in taking the wealth and the potentialities, the human material wealth, and the potentialities of Nigeria, and produce one of the desperately poor countries on earth. That is what we have done as leaders of our country.
Make everywhere poor.
Why have we come to this condition? It is because our leaders have never really asked themselves, what kind of country do we have? What are its capabilities and possibilities and potentialities? What are its weaknesses? How do we manage the weaknesses? How do we accentuate the strengths? We've never done that.
5 years ago video like boy. Is that not the same thing? Ẹ má bínú mo láti máa sọ̀rọ̀ láàrin torí pé YouTube èmi kọ́ mo ní fídíò yẹn. So that kí YouTube má kọ̀ pick ẹ̀ pé àlọ́ fídíò àsọ̀rọ̀. Look at this.
That's why our leaders go to politics these days. I have been a very close,
ẹ̀yin ò rí dáadáa bíbá ẹ má bínú.
a man who was determined to find out the direction that Nigeria should go in a systematic, almost scientific way. I'm referring to Tinubu. When he came out of prison in 1967, and he was determined to go back into politics, a number of us young people decided to both come together and surround him and give him our services. And he was working for the greatest of Nigeria in a systematic, I say, almost scientific manner. That's how to rule a country. That's how to govern a country. You have a country of many nationalities. These are not immigrants into Nigeria, recent immigrants.
Okay.
The Yoruba, the Hausa, the Tiv, and so on, are thousands of years old on this soil. They are not small immigrant peoples.
African parrot, no care.
Thousands of years old.
Okay.
In this land.
Okay.
They have built systems that have sustained.
Okay, and tell our Tik Tok. Thank you so much.
And then you put them together as a country, and you want to destroy all that they have built, all their sensitivities and their love of themselves and their pride in themselves, and constitute a country that is managed, that is centered by a dictatorial
Mokimami comfort, Odogunja, Mokikule Baker. It's possible. Ṣé tí bàbá ń sọ yìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká pọ́sẹ̀ díẹ̀.
If Nigeria doesn't speedily do what people, their voices may not be combined. There might be people talking from this side and from that side.
Mo kí yàrá ọmọ òun mi.
If Nigeria does not take steps
Ẹ gbọ́.
as a first important
Èmi ti gbọ́ tán láàárọ̀ yìí.
for Nigeria at all, not for development. I'm talking of the existence of Nigeria.
Yeah.
If Nigeria does not take steps urgently to restructure itself
Okay.
and return to a federal system,
Okay.
the kind of federal system that we saw in the 1950s and up to 1965.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, a kí gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa wò látẹ̀kọ́ lórí TikTok. Ṣẹ́gbọ́n wọn tó sọ. Ṣẹ́gbọ́n kan tó bàbá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, màá rí wáìnì. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí èrò pọ̀ lórí TikTok láàárọ̀ yìí, wàláì. We're not even expecting that. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà ká gbọ́n tí bàbá sọ. 5 years ni àwọn bàbá yìí ti ń pariwo pé ẹ dá kíní padà sí federal system. Mo kí mọ́mì mi Ọlásùnbọ̀. Mo kí gbogbo yín. Appreciation to every one of you this morning. It's not about me. Look, 1 o'clock. Inti mo ṣe ń jẹ látàárọ̀ ni. Ibi kọ́ ló ń pa wá. We are concerned for many of you on the ground. Kí ni mo ṣe ń jẹ? Tea àti brooch bread. Màá ṣe máa ronú kí ni mo fi jẹ gangan. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí bàbá sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. A máa gbọ́ fídíò ìdílẹ̀. Kó bá tẹ̀ yẹ kí ọba tẹ̀ fẹ́ yọ later. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ délẹ̀. And I will not interrupt it again. Mo kí Michael Idowu. Appreciation to every single one of you. Cole, Mokin, and all the people on the TikTok. Many of you this morning, the number went up to 120 something, or to drop by 76. I want to continue on by Koro. That one alone, or to move on. But Kato move further. Relationship award to US, Talon favor. Relationship award to US at UK. Illuminated tie. Talon jàǹfààní jù. Benny, happy weekend in advance. Mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà ní Miami. Talon favor. Is it favoring Nigerians? Mo kẹ́ Ọlá Yimika, Mokima, Mokisa. Tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ mo fi ń kí yín o. Mo tó bẹ́ẹ̀ láti larúkọ anybody lórí. Adémọ́lá Owódùn ni mo kí bàbá mi. Alhaji Lukman, salamu alaikum. Adémọ́lá Owódùn ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ní. One Nigeria is the biggest scam in the modern history. DJ Bless, ìmọ̀lẹ̀ tí máa ń play lálálẹ́. Kí èmi náà lè wá jó ọmọ Wizkid ń bọ̀ London lọ́la o. Adéwálé mo kí n. Ẹ̀yin tí Instagram I make sure pé ẹ̀yin TikTok máa tán àdúgbò ẹ máa rí àwọn young fine girls ọlọ́run beautiful girls. Àwọn ọmọ dem àti wà nù summer wọ́n bọ̀ wá jó Wizkid lọ́la lálẹ́ ọ̀la. Èmi náà máa lọ síbẹ̀ èmi ò lówó ticket o £68 ní ticket. The cheapest one nìyẹn. The most expensive one is 340. Mo ti rí jollof rice. I would love to meet him. And tó bá ní nọ́mbà ẹni kó pàdé mi tèmi náà máa wà níta. Ó kọ́ ẹ pé èrò máa pọ̀ ni. Ta ló ń favour ìlú mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta owó mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ta ló ń favour? Ẹ jẹ́ ṣe báyìí. Ta ló ń favour? Náírà ló wà lókè yẹn. Pounds ló wà láàrin. Dọ́là wà sálẹ̀. Ta ló ń favour? Ọmọ Bọ́lájí. Oh no, I need one baby. Ó ní ọmọge. Tẹ̀lé mi lọ́la lórí program. Eléyìí tí ń sọ fún mi pé battery ti lò yípa Instagram Ọláyọmí Koiki. Ẹ tẹ̀lé mi lọ́la lórí àwọn fine girls. Àwọn Nigerian diaspora. Àwọn ọmọ tó dáa. Gbogbo iná ìṣẹ́ṣẹ́ máa ń connect pẹ̀lú wọn. Thank you so much. Ẹ já lọ again.
But if Nigeria does not take steps as a first important prerequisite for Nigeria at all, not for development. I'm talking of the existence of Nigeria. If Nigeria does not take steps urgently to restructure itself and return to a federal system, the kind of saw in the 1950s and up to 1965, Nigeria is very likely to break up. That's my assessment of the situation.
That was Baba assessment. Baba we ti gbé ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation jáde ní 5 years ago. Baba sọ pé Nigeria máa break up. A dẹ̀ rí evidence. Tony Ages Mokin, Mr. Beboni, we are enjoying the breakdown. Sure. Jonathan Clark, thank you so much. Emma bínú pé à sọ Yorùbá láàrin méjì tó pọ̀ jù. Please, can you also post the Baba video separately? Yeah, màá share jáde. Mo ti post ẹ̀ sórí Twitter láàárọ̀. It is not in any way favorable to Nigeria. Thank you so much, Mr. Adewale. Wani, this money, owó yìí, is not unfavorable to Nigeria. This is what makes economic grow. It is your currency. And if you are not a producing country, if you are just a consumer, I can consume, you are not likely to have a stable economy. Shemakwe, Republic of Ireland has $509 billion GDP. The population is 5 million. So we don't need to be, look, the world we are living today, we don't need to be big. It's good if it was working. We would have stayed together if we were running the regional government. But right now, to want to destroy regional government, kò bá jẹ́ anybody ló destroy it. Into till the destroy it. Tí wọ́n dẹ̀ padà sí for a very long time. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo amend the constitution, all that is not going to work. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé laptop yẹn kúrò. Ẹ ti rí ojú bàbá díẹ̀. Torí I'm getting a little bit of heat from the laptop here. Ẹ má bínú. So a máa gbọ́ ìtókù. A ti gbọ́ 8 minutes, tó kù 7 minutes. Màá share link yẹn tó bá play nísìn. Màá share sí gbogbo comment section. Mo ṣe bá ó kọ̀ pop up ni mo ní ìgbà ni bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó dá ni bàbá ẹ̀ máa sọ̀tọ̀. Wọ́n ṣe window àtẹ́gùn fẹ́ sí mi lára díẹ̀. So ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa nílé. Èmi kọ́ ni kẹ́ máa bínú ẹ̀. Wàláì. Ìgbòho kọ́ lẹ́ kẹ́ bínú ẹ̀. Wàláì. Bàbá Akintoye kọ́ lẹ́ kẹ́ bínú ẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe àwálẹ̀ ẹ̀kẹ́ bínú ẹ̀. It is just what it is. Fóònù tí ń sọ fún mi pé òun ti fẹ́ kú. So let's move around. Let's move this one. Let me change the position of this because màá lè lo ilé because if not, àwọn tó wà lórí Instagram Ọláyọmí Koiki and that's the only Instagram we are on. So màá lè gbé ilé báyìí, màá lè gbé cables abẹ́. This is why we are saying that the system has failed. Kò ṣe léni. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ bàbá lọ mọ́ bọ̀. Ẹ má bínú pẹ̀lú rí.
I also happen to have been in your politics, but I talk from what I know. I don't say that your country cannot break up. It can break up.
Mo like ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá sọ mi báyìí. Don't say the country cannot break up. Tá ni wọ́n tó máa sọ pé country only break up. The country, at least èmi níná nínú ilé nísìn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ lọ charge mi sẹ́ǹsẹ̀ máa lọ káàkiri. Báwo ni ẹ ṣe máa ní mobile phone tó máa lọ máa charge ní charging center in the 21st century and you are calling that a country? You must be joking. Lórí tí kò padà. Ẹ máa wá manage báyìí ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram if not. How can you Toye Bobini, imagine what ṣe àwọn politicians in gbogbo tí bàbá sọ lọ́mọ ìyẹn lọ ṣe fi bá bàbá Akintoye ṣe bàbá máa destroy wọn within 1 minute. Bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ kan níbẹ̀ mo rò pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá gbọ́ mo rí ẹ̀ bẹ̀ àlùkà mo pè é padà mo gẹ́tẹ̀ bí a network Nàìjíríà ló máa pèèyàn ní network problem country mo pè é network kò jẹ́ kó wọlé Ọlọ́run mo pè é padà ọ̀pọ̀ lè pè mí kí n má pè é padà so màá tún try it later. Ṣé ráhùn tó máa ní Nigeria cannot break Nigeria Adewale wàhálà I am using power bank right now. Èmi náà ní power bank but tí bá jáde nìkan ni máa dùn. Ẹ má béèrè power bank mi ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ń lé o ṣorí tèmi náà bó ṣe ó tóbi bíi káwa media how many watt lélẹ̀ 3000 ma mo kàn máa nídẹ̀ tí bá jáde tí bá wà níta méjì ni mo nílé mo sì nǹkan lóra ilé fún mi. Yeah, remember, yeah. Ìyá ẹ̀ kàn máa náwó lọ́wọ́ lójoojúmọ́ ilé ẹ̀ kí máa náwó fún mọ́ sí mi á dẹ̀ máa náwó fún mi ṣá wàláì. Wọ́n sì wọn kò máa ń ní àwọn gadget kankan á kọ̀ lọ sórí Amazon á dẹ̀ máa order nǹkan fàní ìyá ìwó tó fún ẹ owó pension tó yẹ kó máa tọ́jú kó máa fi gbádùn rẹ̀ àbí ó ṣe ń rà fún mi láwọn máa rà fáwọn grandchildren mo rí ẹ ń bẹ́ azeez lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí so èmi náà ní yèyé ogé ní ọmọ mọ́mì oníwàhálà nìyí kíyàn wà Nàìjíríà kó máa lo power bank nínú ilé èèyàn àmì lóòótọ́ èmi náà tán náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyàwó mi máa fi dé ìyàwó mi máa send message ní sani bàbá ẹdún tún pẹ́ lórí program àbí ìbí Yorùbá nation ni mo ní mò ń ṣe so èmi náà máa ń sanwó náà bí omi máa ń lọ sókè but in reality it does not matter if you have the service but what is important is that what your press wà tó pọ̀ jù ní Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ bàbá ṣọlẹ́ ẹ̀rìn tẹ́ máa ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò lè break up voice of reason mo kí we are still very good on Instagram, TikTok this morning. Hey, George Tina, I need one. I need one. Owó ló ń tà ní. Àlùkà gan ti ń wò báyìí pé ọ̀gá mi ṣe ní fi ilé ránṣẹ́ sí mi báyìí. Slot USB méjìlẹ̀ ló ní. Ìwé náà ra manager ni. Gbogbo wábà mo ti send sáwọn ọmọ mi nílé. Bá ṣe send the problem iná ló dẹ̀ ń bàjẹ́. Bí wọ́n bá send mobile phone sí sílé nísìn tẹ bá charge tí iná ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ iná tó stable ṣẹ́rẹ́ ìtẹ́ máa sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò lè break no problem in tó máa break Nàìjíríà fún rẹ̀ ó ń bọ̀ gbogbo ilẹ̀ nídìí ẹyọ kan wọ́n á di Dangote ni èmi ò ń ṣe free business bíbá yìí o èmi gan tí ìní tó pọ̀ kọ́lọ̀ ń jẹ́ ẹni ní tí mo lè fún ilé ilé tí mo gbé dání ẹ jẹ́ ká tètè sọ fáwọn ṣẹ́rí tá a bá ti sọ fáwọn olóṣèlú wa pé ìyà ń jẹ wá kó bá wa wá solution sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀ ṣẹwárí àwọn TikTok lè má gbọ́rọ̀ yìí rí torí ẹ̀yin ò follow mi púpọ̀ mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe TikTok ni I have been in the UK for 2 decades 2 decades mean 20 years and a half mo ti wà nínú UK láti 1998 that's 25 years ó máa pé ní ọdún yìí lágbọ́rọ̀ náà kọ́lọ̀ túbọ̀ jẹ́ kí n jẹ̀lú ìpẹ́ dáadáa ṣé wàá mọ̀ pé nínú 25 years yẹn city boy mo kí ẹ ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ fi ṣe voluntary donation à ń gba voluntary donation mo ní TikTok tó ń fún wa lówó bọ́dà pé àwọn kan ṣáà ń sẹ́ni kankan síbẹ̀ mo ní Facebook tó ń fún mi lówó YouTube tó tún fún mi lówó látọdún oṣù 6 nísìn oṣù 5 rather wọ́n ti close monetization fídíò méjì kan tí mo ṣe Lai Muhammed reporter oníkọ́ yọ mo bẹ Facebook títí wọ́n ní náà èèyàn kan ní please don't give anybody ṣé mi gan ní ni tí mo fi fún yàn ni tèmi náà bá ní ni I am not on the street, I am inside my home, but no light, no stable, constant electricity. I know that. Now, this argument, are you drinking tea in London, also drinking tea in Germany? Nigerian guys go chop breakfast. Yeah, I've been in UK for 25 years. But 3 countries have got their independence in 25 years. The last country ní gbogbo àgbáyé lẹ́ ń wò yìí tí mo fi picture Ìgbòho àti torí interface tí mo ṣe gbé picture síbẹ̀ ni pé so that wọ́n fi gbé wa wọnú a real sovereign nation. 3 countries kọ sílẹ̀ tí bá ń ṣe program ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí TikTok ẹ̀yin náà máa mú pen paper torí pé argument ọmọ máa sọ fún yín ní bus stop ni pé irọ́ ni Koiki ń pa a lè break up irọ́ ló ń pa a lè gba ìlú wa ẹ sọ fún ọ pé ti gbọ́n kankan lọ́dọ̀ Koikimedia pé ìtẹ̀gbọ́n lọ́dọ̀ Koikimedia ni pé bàbá Akintoye sọ pé àwọn ìlú kan ti break tèmi náà tẹ̀ ti sọ́rí but ìlú mẹ́ta tí mo ní wọ́n ti gba independent ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún yín lé one at a time màá dẹ̀ spell ẹ̀ fún yín in case tó bá fi lọ Google as well yẹn sáré parí tí mi America nìkan ti bá mi mú kọ́ọ̀pù wá mo like it. Olùbíṣẹ́ mo tí bí bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú ẹni tó ń mọ́gì wọ́n pe ìlú kan ní East Timor Timor yẹn is spelled as T tó bá kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ kọ East ó ṣáà mọ̀ South East East yẹn tó wá kọ East wà wá kọ Timor Timor fẹ́yìn tẹ́ máa ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò lè break ni mo sọ fún nísìnyí o mo ní báyìí argue but ní May 20, 2002 while I was in UK East Timor got their independence though Can you reduce the reflection of the window? Okay, sorry about that. All right. So ti dabe yẹn, mo ti reduce it. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́nu ètò. Thank you so much. Kẹ̀lẹ́ bá máa rójú mi dáadáa. Ẹ jẹ́ n gbé wá báyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n súnmọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ n sún kámẹ́rà ẹ̀ mọ́ mi. So that ojú lọ̀rọ̀ wà. Orí ṣe ń dán London boy. Ìyàwó mi ló máa ń pè mí bẹ́ẹ̀ ní London boy. London boy tó dán yẹ ẹ ṣe gan ni. Ó bẹ́tà ní sí àbí so at your background kìíní ẹ̀ kúrò. Thank you so much. Ẹ máa fún mi ní feedback o. Tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ fi like ẹni Koiki náà irọ́ ló pa. Great view. Inú ilé yẹn náà jù báyìí lọ. Ọláì. Mo fẹ́ kí wọn náà máa gbé ní self-content. Mo sọ fún pé Tinubu gbọ́dọ̀ fún yín nílé o. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ ilé tó pọ̀. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ studio. Mi ò fẹ́ kẹ́ máa gbé ní face my face you. Èèyàn kan ṣe máa yàgbẹ́ wá ṣe dúró. Èèyàn kan máa wà ń bathroom wá ṣe dúró. Ní ìdúró life yẹn. Studio apartment ẹni kí Tinubu Sanwó-Olú gbogbo àwọn gọ́vnà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kọ́lé a ní ilẹ̀ ẹ kọ́lé kẹ fún àwọn èèyàn wa nílé kọ́lé ìdílé gbé mo fẹ́ kẹ́ máa gbé ní face my face you. Mr. Koiki, bag of rice as of today is 47,000. Mr. Idowu kò lè parọ́ fún mi. Now East Timor wọ́n gba independent ní May 20, 2002. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé ọmọ East Timor ìlú tí mo sọ yìí gbogbo population wọn is 1.3 million. ọmọ ẹ̀kọ́ ìpínlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo population wọn is 1.3 million. Kámẹ́rà mẹ́rin ló wà níwájú mi so tí bá ń lọ báyìí tí mò ń lọ báyìí mò ń fi ojú sọ̀rọ̀ ni. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni East Timor got independent from Indonesia. Now ṣó mọ̀ pé ọmọ East Timor ó lè wá wo David ó lè wá wo Wizkid lọ́la tó bá ní owó láti ra ticket. Àwọn náà kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n ní economy tó strong. Láti mo tẹ̀ fi gba call mi sí ta ló ń pè. No ẹ má pè ẹjọ́ àti gba call. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram mo ti disturb kọ̀ọ̀kan ló fi wọlé ẹ má bínú. Ṣó mọ̀ pé East Timorians, they call them the East Timorians. They can come to UK without a visa. You can see why I am upset. You can see why I am feeling for you at home. And East Timorians lọ sí passport index tó bá sọ pé irọ́ ni Koiki ń pa ẹnu ẹ ti dùn jù. You are a liar. They can get to UK for no visa. Ẹnu ọ̀nà ló ti máa gba visa. Or my stamp one from the border. East Timor, a country that fought for 30 years of their independence. Ẹjọ́ tẹ́ bá ṣe gbọ́ mi Fẹ́mi Bright lórí Instagram because a call came in lórí Ọláyọmí Koiki jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. If not, I have to restart it. Yes, please. Thank you. Oúnjẹ ọ̀sán lọ́wọ́ mi ti ń bí mi ẹ̀ pé ṣé mo wà okay ṣé máa jẹun ntí ni kó máa ṣe lọ. That's number one. So when people are saying that we can't break Nigeria, I am not talking about Soviet Union now. Soviet Union was Iti Baba Akintoye fi sọ. I am telling you about the one that is closer. As an East Timorians, they have the right to get to UK and live here for 180 days without no visa. Àwa wá ń pe ara wa ní Nigerians, Commonwealth. You apply for visa, they don't give you. You're calling, we don't know what to eat in Nigeria. Let's talk about another country. One pẹ̀lú kan ní Montenegro. Montenegro. Ma spell it fún yín. Àdúrà ló ń gbà ní, it is true, my father told me about it. In the 80s, Nigeria, a ní respect gan, wọ́n respect wa gan. Táwọn èèyàn bá wá ní sí London, láti immigration border control, wọ́n mọ̀ pé ẹ̀mí wa náwó ni. But today, up to 1985, Dizzy man sọ pé we can travel to UK without a visa. Èèyàn kan ní NEPA have just taken light. Oh my God, ẹ má bínú. Ṣé ní petrol tẹ́ máa fi run the generator by? Montenegro got their independence through a referendum. Tí àwọn ọmọ Biafra ń béèrè pé ẹ fún wa ní referendum. Anjorin vlog mo kí yín sà. Àwọn tó wà lórí TikTok ni mo fi bẹ́ẹ̀ fojú mi sí torí pé ẹ̀yin ti YouTube ẹ̀yin dá mi mọ̀ dáadáa. Àwọn ti TikTok àwọn ṣe máa rí pé tàbí ilé tó tún sọ yìí kí lélẹ́yìn sọ sórí ẹ̀ pé báyìí Nàìjíríà ló fẹ́ break bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tó easy bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn èmi àwa máa ṣàlàyé fún wọn torí kò yé wọn. Montenegro wọ́n pẹ̀lú kan ní Montenegro máa spell ẹ̀ fún ẹ mú pen and paper Montenegrin. They got their independence. You're calling petrol 600 naira per liter. Montenegro got their independence 2006. You're calling, I know you deeply, Koiki. Ṣé mo ṣá bàjẹ́? When you man mọ̀ mí deeply yẹn, tí bá ti bàjẹ́. Àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ mí dáadáa ní phase 2. Ẹ bá dárúkọ Koiki ní phase 2 ládé níjàdélé. Bọ́mọ jẹ́jẹ́ ni mí níbẹ̀. An independent referendum was held in Montenegro on the 21st of May 2006. It was approved by 55.5% of the voters. Ẹ sọ fáwọn ìjọba pé kó fún wa ní access pé ká ṣe referendum bóyá a fẹ́ dúró sínú Nàìjíríà àbá àdúró. Tóyè baby mo kí my beautiful sister. Tá a fi jẹ́ káwọn ọkùnrin kan máa disrespect yín. Ó yẹ kí obìnrin lè ra mọ́tò tiẹ̀. Ó yẹ kí obìnrin lè ṣí business tiẹ̀ without any ọkùnrin kan tó máa abuse yín. Mọ́mì wa kan pè mí wọ́n ní Yọmí wọ́n ní 1991 táwọn fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ gbogbo àwọn táwọn jẹ́ set ní yí ẹ̀yẹn ní Nàìjíríà làwọn ṣe tó ń pè ní àgbèrè. Ó ti dàgbà nísìn nígbà tẹ́mi fẹ́ wọ secondary school ní 1991 lábẹ́òkúta grammar school mọ́mì yẹn nígbà táwọn fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ because that is the only way tó fi máa fún wọn níṣẹ́ yẹn wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe tó ń pè ní àgbèrè. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Montenegro òun lẹ spell bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ẹ lè pè ní Montenegrin or Montenegro the same thing náà ni. Thanks so much Mr. Adewale. Kí ni population àwọn Montenegro ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wò ní kíákíá. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò lè break ẹ máa fi sọ́kàn nígbà àyà yín pé tó bá break is for the benefit of every single one of us. Mo kí Mr. Well. What is àgbèrè? Queen Knot of Shoreditch. Ẹ̀yin wọn tó ń pè lágbèrè. Ìyá yìí ẹ já sí rárá. Ta ló bá mi sọ àgbèrè fún mọ́mì wa ẹ̀ àbí sísà mi yìí dẹ̀ ni. Wọn tó ń pè lágbèrè. Education wa làwọn máa ṣe gan lójoojúmọ́. Wọn tó ń pè ní àgbèrè. Mọ àwọn sisi olóde ní Nàìjíríà nísìnyí. Gbogbo báǹkì pátápátá àwọn obìnrin tó bá báyàn sùn wọ́n lè ní tágẹ́ẹ̀tì tí ọ̀gá wọn ní kó lọ mú wá ìtàn pè lágbèrè nìyẹn. Tó bá fẹ́ ọkọ sílé àwọn tó ti fẹ́ ọkọ ni mò ń sọ yo àwọn adélébọ̀ tó ti fẹ́ ọkọ sílé ni mọ́mì tí mo sọ wọ́n confirm in me Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ní Koiki 1991 tọ́ba náà wọ́n set wọn lè jẹ́ mẹ́ta wọ́n lè jẹ́ mẹ́rin wọ́n ní gbogbo àwọn làwọn ṣe àgbèrè tọkọ àwọn ọmọ torí pé káwọn lè ríṣẹ́. That was in 1991 ìtàn pè lágbèrè nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní àgbèrè ti wá upgrade lọ sí olóṣó nísìn. Orí Instagram ni mo ti di tíyàn ń polongo pé ìsàlẹ̀ yẹn ó wà on discount. Mo ní girl yẹn ti change nísìn o gbogbo iná lẹ máa mọ̀ ó rà pé ó ti reform nísìn. But ní time kan mo bá fídíò ẹ̀kan pàdé ó ń ṣe discount ìsàlẹ̀ èmi ò ń fọ ẹnu mi lórí program àwọn ń sọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣà níbí báyìí. O lè wá sí platform yìí kó bá ọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣà lẹ́nu mi mo máa sọ in a diplomatic way ni torí àwọn ọlọ́pọlọ là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. 1991 ni mọ́mí yẹn ní àwọn ṣe àgbèrè. Wọ́n ní ẹ ti upgrade nísìn kò ń ṣẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ẹ̀ wò mí ni mo sọ but that is the current situation in Nigeria. Ìlú kan wà sẹ́ tó ń pè ní Montenegro an independent referendum ẹni kó fún wa ní referendum káwọ́ bí a máa submit bá fẹ́ dúró sínú Nàìjíríà or not kọ́dẹ̀ aláwọ̀ akáṣe campaign ẹ̀ dé gbogbo agbègbè káàkiri ẹ̀ rí pé gbogbo èèyàn ló máa sọ pé àṣẹ Nàìjíríà mọ̀. Wọ́n ní available at discounted rate. Ṣé máa kó wọ́n fi eléyìí wọ́n fi ń ṣe àgbèrè nísìn and I'm not joking sórí àgbèrè ní level ni ó ní level ni àwọn kan ready láti gba ilé láàárọ̀ yìí kò sáré dé bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mọ́tò lójú títì tó máa gbá sí fúnra wọn. Is that the kind of lifestyle we want? No. So Montenegro ẹ jẹ́ kí n kàn fún yín ní population wọn. Kí ni population wọn? Àwọn náà ti ń jà fún independent ó ṣe díẹ̀ but lẹ́ni wọ́n ti ṣe kí ni wọ́n ti jẹ wọ́n ní na hook up sa àwọn tó dámọ̀ nìyẹn wọ́n ní na hook up but agbèrè làwọn èèyàn wá mọ̀ sí èèyàn kan ní yes to Nigeria is a problematic arrangement let's play àwọn kan ní ká má play eléyìí ò ń ṣe pé ọ̀rọ̀ government ṣẹ́rí Tinubu ẹ jẹ́ kó máa ṣe government ẹ̀ lọ ìjọba kó máa ṣe lọ Uche Ochendo thank you so much àwọn ọmọ Biafra wàá wà surprise jẹ́ fi wọ̀n ẹ lè má rí dáadáa sórí population yìí kò clear dáadáa torí pé software kan ni mò ń lò sórí gbogbo population wọn Montenegro gbogbo population wọn is 619,211 as at 2021 according to the World Bank kò tó local government kan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mo kí ẹ sí Azeez mo ní màá ṣí yín ní ọkàn ẹ̀mí á kúrò lára Nàìjíríà a ní láti gbé ìbọn ká para wa ká jà maybe that was some of you was thinking pé àbọ̀bọ̀ Koiki eléyìí kàn fi wá da Nàìjíríà ló fẹ́ gbógun wa no this can be done peacefully and we can still have cordial relationship èèyàn kan ní how will I process international passport for almost 6 months kí ló dé Montenegro gbogbo population wọn kò tó 700,000 now ẹ jẹ́ kí n burst the brain yìí ṣé mọ̀ pé mo kí Mr. James Peter bẹ́ẹ̀ni Biafra is coming Mr. Taiwo ní nǹkan pè lágbèrè in a layman word is prostitution just as simple as that anybody tó bá ti ń ṣe prostitution engineer Adekola mo kí yín ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ fún yín ní nǹkan kan kẹ́ tó lọ ṣe chache Governor Kwara State tó ń pè ní Ọláwálé Alabi I hope I write with the name let me check again Ọláwálé kò ń ṣe Ọláwálé Ẹdùn o because àwọn kì í ṣe deformation of character former governor of Kwara State mo fi get orúkọ yẹn dáadáa ó gbé owó kan ó lọ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ according to Sahara Reporter lẹ́yìn tó kú ní 2006 yeah Mohammed Lawal tí òun lè lè ṣá mo gbọ́ Deputy Governor Alabi's wife test positive òun náà yẹ Mohammed Lawal ó ṣe gómìnà nígbà ayé ológun ní 1987 ní Nàìjíríà sir I need welder work ibo ni máa ti rí yẹn èmi ò mọ tó ń fihàn níṣẹ́ Nàìjíríà ẹ má bínú mo sorry Ọlọ́run àbá mi fún yín níṣẹ́ tí Nàìjíríà economy bá dání ó yẹ kẹ́ máa tẹ̀ ní láti ẹnu iṣẹ́ gan lẹ́ máa ṣe fídíò fún mi pé Koiki mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ara problem tó wà Nàìjíríà nìyẹn ṣé mọ̀ pé bàbá yẹn ó dẹ̀ gbé $2.5 million ó lọ drop ẹ̀ sí Canaan Island ìlú tó Cayman Island ẹ jẹ́ n sọ Cayman Island spell as Cayman as Cayman Island àwọn UK ló ní lára àwọn island wọn ni ṣé mo gbogbo population wọn láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ their population is 68,000 former governor dẹ̀ jí owó ó lọ jù sí Canaan Island or Cayman Island nítorí is a tax haven ibẹ̀ ló máa ń tọ́jú owó sí. Ó gbé owó Kwara State $2.5 million wọ́n ní wọ́n find owó yẹn nígbà tó ń kú ní 2006 wọ́n dictate owó yẹn ní 2008 ìwọ wá ń bú Koiki. So you can see that these are the things tó ní gbọ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ṣeun Ọ̀kínbálóyè because Ṣeun Ọ̀kínbálóyè gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ bí èmi ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí wọ́n máa lè kúrò ní channels tó bá bọ́lẹ̀ kúrò ní channels bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Queen you're right Queen of Shoreditch wọ́n ní it's all to avoid paying tax ọmọ reason tó bá ti gbé owó yẹn síbẹ̀ gbẹ̀gẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni kankan tó mọ ẹni tó lówó yẹn kò sẹ́ni kankan tó mọ owó yẹn ibẹ̀ ni gbogbo wọn ń gbówó lọ Peter Obi náà tọ́jú owó síbẹ̀ and this Cayman Island is not up to 70,000. mo dẹ̀ ṣe research nígbà tá à ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ Kwara State Kwara la kọ́kọ́ fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ tá bá rántí Kwara State have 16 local government proxies bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n lè gbowó yẹn fẹ́ mi pé kí n lọ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ síbẹ̀ Kwara yín ẹni 16 local government Kogi ní 21 local government Èkìtì ní 16 local government Ọ̀yọ́ òun pọ̀ dáadáa wọ́n ní 33 local government because Ọ̀yọ́ is a very very big city ó tóbi gan Ìbàdàn among all the African countries. Once you are sleeping with a man that is not your husband or your wife is fornication. Ìyẹn kan tó bá wa ṣe ní olè òyìnbó. Thank you so much for that. A máa parí ètò yìí láìpẹ́ torí I've gone way Again, how many hours láti lò? Yeah, 2 hours. Okay, we should actually within the windows. And fish you 3 hours lórí program wa. Torí a tún padà bọ̀ lálẹ́. Mo ti ṣe kan ní ìdájí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, back to back ni. Etí yín máa ṣí kúrò lára Nàìjíríà. Mo ò ní kẹ́ lọ pààyàn, mo ò ní kẹ́ lọ dàlúrú. But ẹ jẹ́ ká máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn olóṣèlú tó jẹ́ sínétọ̀ wa pé kí lẹ̀ ń ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ayé mi. Má sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ayé tẹlòmíì. Kí lẹ̀ ń ṣe lórí ayé mi? Ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀ represent wa. Ondo ní 18 local government, Ọ̀ṣun ní 30 local government, Ogun State ní 20 local government, Lagos ló pọ̀ jù, wọ́n ní 37 local government. That means we have 191 local government across all the Yoruba land. And according to the federal government statistics, wọ́n ní we are 32 million. Mo dẹ̀ ti fún yín ní ìlú méjì tó ìtì tó 32 million. Am I communicating? Am I communicating with somebody? I have told you that we have a total of 191 local government out of the 774 local government in Nigeria. And according to the Emma, don't stress yourself, about we are more than 32 million. Forget it. Let's first deal with the statistics according to the federal government. The federal government says that the Yoruba people in Nigeria is 32 million. Let's deal with that 32 million first. Moki Sheikh Oyedun, èmi on jaje sin ní bíbá. Ẹ lè ever rí mi tí mo sọ kódà mo sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé ní máa gbọ́ kíyàn kan pè sórí program kó ní bí Jésù bá wá kó lè tún Nàìjíríà ṣe. Mo ti ní kọ́ àti banded lórí platform wa. Is a very, very wrong narrative to be saying. O mama upset àwọn Christians kan. And the same, ẹ lè lo reference ẹlòmíì, but ní lo Jésù àti Muhammad pé tó bá wá. Queen of Shodishni, at this stage in Nigeria, it will take the next coming generation before any changes. It will not even take the next generation. Ẹlọgbọ́n tí Akinwumi Adesina ṣe, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ̀ fún wa ní badge àbí nǹkan kan, mo ṣáà ní gbogbo ẹ̀ tó ń tán lórí TikTok. Akinwumi Adesina spoke during the preparation of the inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He actually said, the video is out there on the social media, it will take 300 years before Nigeria can get any kind of development. Myself and you will be a dead person. Our next generation will be dead. We are talking about the century. Our man say program taman sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú fact. Ó lè má jẹ́ inú ilé ló wà. I think we have something we wrote here. Ṣé gbogbo ìwé tẹ́ ń read? Ìwé tí máa fi kọ̀wé mi lọ́jọ́ iwájú nìyẹn. Let's go back to something we said. Torí àwọn tó wà lórí TikTok ni àwọn ọ̀gbọ́rọ̀ yìí rí. Let me go back to where we actually said something. Mo fẹ́ bust the brain yín láàárọ̀ yìí. Mo fẹ́ bust the brain gbogbo yín. Ẹ jẹ́ n padà síbẹ̀. A máa ń date program wa so that a lè reference padà sí. A sọ̀rọ̀ débi 200 years from today. Yes. On the 27th of May, mo ṣe program kan tí mo date. Right. Àwọn ọmọ Oòduà mo gbọ́dọ̀ gbé kíní kúrò. Ẹ̀rí àwọn ọmọ Oòduà, ṣe àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké. Ó ti bá mi gbogbo tẹ́ máa rí nígbà tá a bá máa ṣèwé. Ẹ jẹ́ n fún yín ní this. On the 27th of May, mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa challenges tí Tinubu máa pàdé. The burden, challenges, keep me in good health, to be able to fulfill. Mo ní gbogbo kíní tí mo fẹ́ kà yìí, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà, Tinubu gbọ́dọ̀ make sure pé ó take care yín. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ sí burden, kò gbọ́dọ̀ sí challenges. Your health must be well okay during the period of this government. Government gbọ́dọ̀ tọ́jú yín. It doesn't matter whether you're young, you're old. Ṣéyàn kan ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ tó ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà ó máa ṣiṣẹ́, ẹ má bá wọn argue. Ṣé rí owó yìí tẹ̀yìn rí? Àwa ti rí forecast ẹ̀ pé kó tó December tó ò bá wọ 1,500 naira. Èmi ò ní kó pè mí ní kinní kan, but kájọ pàdé. Owó tó ń rí pẹ̀lú pounds tó ò bá wọ 1,500 before December, you will see. Ẹ má bẹ anybody. Ṣé rí everybody have the right to believe in what they believe. Bishop Adesina Amobolaji náà fẹ́ wọ 3,000. Ibi tí mo fi lò kàn ní. Mo sọ pé ní 28-23 ní program tiwa a máa interact, a máa béèrè question lọ́wọ́ yín, ẹ̀yin náà dá wa lóhùn padà. Money by ibi tá sọ̀rọ̀ dé mọ́mọ́ ìlú méjì mo sì fún yín o mo ti fún yín ní the third country mo sọ fún yín pé gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ́ni according to the federal government wọ́n ní we are 32 million ẹ jẹ́ ká dìyẹn mú ká fi kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Now mo ní in 28-23 800 years from now a ti máa wà ní 29th century. Presently now we are in 21st century. 19th century ni wọ́n change Nigeria lọ sí ibi tó wà. Wọ́n yọ Yoruba kingdom, wọ́n yọ Igbo kingdom, wọ́n yọ Benin kingdom, wọ́n yọ gbogbo kingdom kúrò ní 19th century because the amalgamation was in 19th century by the British Empire right from the parliament ni wọ́n ti make a decision yẹn ní 1913. Tí Lugard tẹ́ máa ń pè ní Lord Lugard wọ́n tún fún ní Lord èmi dé ilé ẹ̀ tó gbé nígbà tó tó di pé ó kú ní London ilé yẹn wà lórí email ẹ tẹ́ bá lọ type Koikimedia àbọ̀láyọmí Koiki tẹ́ wá type in Lugard agbélé yẹn jáde fún yín ní lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Harrods nílé yẹn wà. A ní by this century níbo ni ìran Yorùbá máa wà in the next 800 years ṣáàṣì máa exist or will be gone. Ìyẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. As at January 2022, inflation ní oúnjẹ òlélẹ̀ sórí tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tẹ̀ ẹ̀rí tó bá wà opposite inflation wàá ṣáà rí pé tó bá reverse inflation kí ni mo kọ 20.4% as at January 2022. As at January this year inflation ti lọ sí 24%. Now let's come back again. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Yoruba nation is the only solution. Nigeria has failed, and it has failed woefully. On the 16th of May, èmi rò pé we are 250 ethnic groups. Àárọ̀ ìmọ̀ ṣe rí pé we are 350 ethnic groups. Is there no inflation growth where you are? Yes, there is inflation growth, but it is already coming down. Inflation as at this month has dropped by 1% and under 1 digit. Come and argue with me because I can see that you are economics. There is inflation. The cost of my living has gone up. But what I am saying is that the cost of living in Nigeria is not likely to come down within the next 8 years if Bola Tinubu remains in government. There's no magic he can do. There's no way he can do it, even with the subsidy removal. Yes, there is inflation right here. My price of gas, Timothy Ron Inulemi, has gone up. My electricity bill has gone up. My water bill has gone up. But my government here in this country is doing everything possibly best to make sure that they can keep it below par. Yes, cost of living have gone up. There's no doubt about that. But what we are saying is that how is Bola Tinubu going to lift 130 million people out of poverty within the next 8 years? I don't have to come home. I don't have any business at home. My business is here because this is the country that joined me together, and this is the country that I will stay, and I will dissolve Nigeria. Simple as that. Why should I come home? Nigeria was projected from here. I need to be here as well and ask them the question why, as a Yoruba man, I should remain in Nigeria as a contraction country. So if you're still one of those that believe in Nigeria, you are wasting your bloody hell time. Nigeria is an enterprise. We are not Nigerians. We are Yoruba people. I was home for 6 months. And when I was home, all you these lazy goats, you are under the bed of your mothers. I left a comfort zone and came to Nigeria for 6 months. And in a struggle is a continuity. So whatever your case, with me and Igbowo, is not your problem. Your problem is ask Bola Tinubu how he's going to make your life better in Nigeria. Oh yes, I was cashing out on the ignorance, if that's what you think. But at least I have not stolen money like Ibori that stole 100 million pounds of your money. Some of you are idiots. It's as simple as that. And one thing is, some of you will suffer the negligence of the government. You will suffer because the country that you love so much will make you very, very upset at the right time. Some of you will get very upset. You will get upset in the way that you will be asking what actually went wrong, because your expectation that Nigeria will survive is winding down. Simon Ekpa is now controlling the Biafra from Finland. Even the Senate president confirmed that on the Senate floor. Maybe I should play the video so that you can know that how can Simon Ekpa sit in Finland and gives order and people are listening? That means that the Biafrans do not trust their governors anymore. So all y'all that keep coming and asking the petty question, when we should be asking the real question about why did the British join us together in the first place, you don't want to know that. So you think that Nigeria is going to be a great country very soon. Nigeria is like a Titanic that is sunk and they cannot bring it back up. Let me play how the Senate president addressed Simon Ekpa.
On Monday, and then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit at home. And government shut down on Monday.
Government shut down on Monday.
The real governor of Southeast.
So
is Simon Ekpa.
is the Simon Ekpa? Is the real governor of Southeast?
The Southeast
from Finland. That is the. Listen again.
Himself obeys the sit at home.
Even the governor obeys sit at home.
On Monday.
On Monday.
And then the civil servants.
The civil servant also that work for the government obey the sit at home.
And government shut down on Monday.
And government shut down on Monday. So who is the real governor? Is Simon Ekpa. Ruling Southeast from Finland. Listen to it again.
The governor of the state.
The governor of the state. Even the governor of the state sit at home.
On Monday.
On Monday.
And then the civil servant.
And even the civil servant sit at home. Obey the sit at home. And government
on Monday.
Sit at home.
It means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa.
Is Simon Ekpa.
Ruling the Southeast
from Finland. Now, as we are almost coming to wind down, the last country is this last country so far that is in the world as a new country, and that is South Sudan. South Sudan got their own independence. There's a country called South Sudan. South Sudan independence came on the 9th of July, 2011, after a lot of bloodshed and a lot of death. Triple DRS, I greet you. So, Nigeria cannot break. Let's now complete the video of Baba Akintoye that we were listening to earlier on. I'll let it run and then I'll do more analysis. And in the next 1 hour, we will wind down. You're watching Koikimedia, the media that will open your skull. There is nothing called Nigeria. It was a man-made creation by the British Empire. And the purpose of that is for their own illegitimate making me and you to lose our own identity so that they can call us a fraudulent Nigerians. When truly we are Yoruba people, when truly we are Igbo people, we are Kanuri people, Ibibo people, Ijo people. They joined 350 ethnic groups together. Even the Scottish, as at yesterday says, give us a referendum today, we will exit this union. The Scottish people have power. They have electricity. They have everything it takes. As citizens in Scotland, they are still saying that they want to break. Scotland is just 5 million. So if the Scottish people are saying that we are tired of this union, so you are not tired of Nigeria. Oh, so what is your gain in Nigeria? The man where they come online, come they defend Nigeria politician. What is your gain? Come tell me your gain. What has been your gain? Oh, there's bad leadership. No, that is not your gain. Your real identity is messed up. They've destroyed your identity. I would have loved to see the Biafra nation and the Yoruba nation in the World Cup. But what I saw is that 350 ethnic groups are representing Nigeria and beating Australia and Republic of Ireland, that is 5 million. That is what I saw, because I saw the people that score. It is 2 Igbo girls that score and 1 Yoruba girl that score. That's what I saw. Yes, they can make you think that we are Nigerians, but do you know that they ate each other on the pitch? Because they will be looking at, why did they take 3 Igbo people to represent us, Afisa? Why not take more Yoruba people? They can't, because they have to try to make sure that they will be the one that will probably sleep with the coach or the one that will bribe. Is that not what is happening in Nigeria? That everybody is looking for how to be part of the NNPC, knowing fully well that the Northerners control the NNPC. So a Yoruba man today is ready to do anything to get into that NNPC. An Igbo person is trying to do the same thing. Is that not what has been happening in the last 63 years? The marginalization of Nigerians. Immigration. Some of you wants to work in the port authority, but you're not going to get a job. Because why? You are being marginalized. But when we have our own independent nation, everybody will have those assets as the first citizen. The British will never give access to some of their key areas, sectors, to non-indigens, even some of us that gave birth in this country. They will not, because that means they will compromise the security of this country. To be a full MI5, you can work in MI5 at small level, but when it gets to a certain stage, they will cap it straight away, because they will go back and look at the history and say, she real person oyinbo lele abi iti Koiki BCB by, to not BCB by. This is why we are saying that we cannot be together. We are playing football against individual countries as 350 ethnic groups do not represent in Nigeria. Is that not crazy? Why not think of it that Scotland is going to play the same football? Wales is going to play the same football. During the World Cup now in Qatar, 3 teams from UK went to represent United Kingdom. An idiot. You come here and say you want to save Nigeria. Who the hell are you trying to save Nigeria? What is Nigeria for you? What is the meaning of Nigeria? Come and tell me the meaning of Nigeria. What is the meaning of Nigeria? King in Nigeria. We cannot live together. We were never together until the British forced us to live together. And some of you knows that. But you want us to avoid that one and say China have many tribes. We don't want to be together. We are not single. The mentality of the North is different from me. I cannot set up a proper business in the North because they are running a Sharia system. Some of you don't know that. You that is saying that you want to save Nigeria, go and live in the North and set up an alcohol business and see if you can live there peacefully. Go and live there. Because you come here now with your Teten Kobo, MTN, and Glow, and Airtel. We don't want to be together. We are not interested to live together. Nigeria is a fraud put together by the British. The British, oh, Carlos Ogbe pick me now. Okay, somebody wants to come in. Let's accept. I think, let's see. Somebody wants to join us on the TikTok. Hello, Africa Unite.
Yeah, good afternoon.
All right, quickly, because I don't want to be distracted. Go ahead. You go straight to the point.
I appreciate what you are doing, but I want us to just understand something, that in this life, not everybody will go with what you say.
Oh, yes, there's no doubt about that.
That is life.
Oh, yes, I know that. I live in a society where I believe such. And that is why I've said that people's rights must be respected.
Yeah, sure.
There's nothing we can do to that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
In as much as possible, that we know Nigeria is a fraud. But to the first hope and trust we've given to you, that you just did everything wrongly. So I think it's going to be hard for us to put a trust on you again. So that is my own opinion.
Okay. All right.
So I don't think to gain trust is very hard. If you give a man a trust at first, then he breaks it up. I think it's going to be very difficult again to give trust back to him.
Okay.
So for me, with you, I think it's a no-go area.
Okay.
Because I think at this stage, if Nigerians are not smart enough to know what is right from what is wrong.
Do you think that we can get a regional government back?
No, that is not what I'm even talking about.
Okay.
I want Nigeria to be good.
You want Nigeria to be good. How is Nigeria going to be good? How is Nigeria going to be good? Explain to us.
If individual, we all know the right, but we are trying to shy away from it.
So this individual, is it me and you, or the group of people that refuse to do the needful? Because
even you and me, you should say what is right. And
so what am I saying that is wrong? What am I saying that is wrong?
The truth shall set everyone.
What am I? Okay, I'm asking you a question. What am I saying that is wrong?
What you saying that is wrong? You say what?
I say, what am I saying? What do me they say that is wrong?
Naim, I tell you now. Say the first trust will we give on you.
What trust? What is the first trust? Tell me what was the first trust?
When you came up first and said that guys should pay, they paid. So many people
they paid for where? Hold on. When you say they should pay for what?
You don't forget.
I'm listening. We are live. Don't say you don't forget. I don't know you before, so you're live. That's why I didn't know.
I don't know you before.
Yeah, so you say pay. So you have to clarify that. You say pay. Pay for what?
The first this thing you first create where you say make they pay online, everybody pay. Nobody knows.
Pay where? Online for where? Pay for what? You haven't actually said pay. I said pay for what?
Yoruba nation now.
So
many of us paid.
So pay.
Now we don't get account of how we pay into it.
So which account did you pay? Hold on. Do you have the account details that you paid into?
Because I know this ending last now still phone now go still end up.
Don't mix words. Don't mix the word. Hold on. Ibolo pay Owosi. Which account to pay Owosi?
We paid on YouTube. Everywhere.
You pay on YouTube. What did anybody force you to pay on YouTube?
Oh, now you they say.
No, what I mean, because if you say you pay on YouTube, hold on. Say Omo Yoruba ni wo. Hold on. I want to go show Yoruba.
If I know be Yoruba, I know go pay. We paid on YouTube.
So you paid on YouTube. So when you paid on YouTube now, so that means that you're paying on YouTube means that automatically now.
Accounts did it go to?
So when you are paying on YouTube, hold on.
Which account did it go to when I paid on YouTube?
So the YouTube that you paid for, was it for what purpose? For creation of Yoruba Nation or for the job that somebody was doing that you were paying for? Which one did you pay for? Explain. You are live. I'm asking you a question.
On YouTube, no. At first, you asked me which account did I go to?
Which was the purpose of the money? Was it for donation? Hold on, my brother. We are not fighting. Hold on. We are.
Answer the question. Which
Oh.
account did those funds?
You have not answered. I say, what was the purpose of the money? Is it for the donation for Yoruba Nation or donation?
Yes, for the donation of Yoruba.
So when we say for the donation of the Yoruba Nation, what was the purpose of that donation for? Was it to create a flag? Was it to create a poster, banner? And you never saw that?
It was to buy cars, buy things,
To buy cars and buy things. So, okay, so was those things bought?
Did you buy any of them?
No.
Did you give account of it?
So what you are saying now is you didn't see it. All right, what we can see that is definitely you are not a Yoruba man, but what you said is you paid into account, right?
So at first he was asking me which account did I pay into. Then I told you.
Yeah, so you say YouTube. So when you say YouTube, anybody can pay into YouTube. YouTube is an open platform. All right, let's allow the next person to speak. Hold on there. Let's allow the next person to speak. Let the next Akonji speak. Let's allow the next person to speak.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
I was reading a comment here.
Yeah.
I was saying, like, is it only Nigeria that British match together? Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Go to Kenya. I stayed there. Go to what's it called? Ghana. I played there.
Yeah.
And the Kenyans say they're facing hell.
Okay.
I received a call yesterday. So we pay in Qatar, I won't place in Kenya. I won't place in
Let's bring more people in. I think we have more people that wants to join. Yeah, but go ahead.
This country, Ghana.
Yeah.
So why is it that go country to British to colonize on Nigeria?
Okay. Okay.
So
when people are saying that, it's not because Nigeria is the only country that they created. British had a very strong empire, 200 years. They were running those empire, and those empire that they've created a lot of pains for the indigenous people. All right, let's get the next person in quickly. Hold on there. Let's go to Victor. Go ahead, Victor.
Okay, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, according to what my Mr. Akintoye said right now.
Yeah.
About the issue of suffering in Kenya.
Yes.
What my question is this? Is it this Nigeria we are talking about all the time that maybe you're bound to go on? Sorry, are we going to go through war or by peace? Because in the end of this, when you said
let me answer that. Can I answer that for you?
Yes.
We don't have to go through war. Yes. If our representatives are going to listen before it disintegrates into a war. Let me repeat that again. We don't have to go through a war. I will give you an example. There has been countries that have dissolved. Velvet divorce has happened. There's evidence of that. Soviet Union was dissolved. I've just talked about Montenegro were given opportunity to a referendum. So we don't have to go through a war. But if the representatives, I'm not talking about the Western world now, if our representative refuse to listen, then it could disintegrate into such, because we saw what is happening in Sudan as an example, quote and unquote. Does that answer the question?
Okay. See, because I could remember last year, I saw you on YouTube.
Yes.
When you are in UK, and we are talking about petition. We are talking about maybe Nigeria and Mr. What is it called? Akintoye.
Okay, the petition. Okay, yeah. I wanted to learn so that I can answer that. Yeah.
Because something happened between Malaysia and Singapore some years back.
Okay.
The time I think they go by peace. I think they vote. That time I think that they vote. Why don't you guys apply the same thing in Nigeria so that because we can just
yeah, well, it's the same thing I've just said. If the representative, let me give you an example. We have in Yoruba land 73 of our representatives in Abuja. We have 55 in the House of Reps. We have 18 senators. These are the people that are meant to take our message to them and say that we want to go. Are they going to do such? I'm asking you, Mr. Victor. Oh, you don't know. So if you don't know, and then people are saying that we are tired of being together, and in Scotland, their own first minister is telling the British system that they can go without any, they can go with another referendum, but the British doesn't want to give them a referendum because giving them a referendum, the Scotland will exit the union. So let's come back to you, African Unite. So you actually went on to say that you paid money into the YouTube because of the Yoruba nation, but you didn't see the boss. You didn't see the memorables that was used and displayed around the Yoruba during the campaign. Is that what you're saying?
It was your own account, and you pinned it for people to pay in.
Yeah, but I am saying that when we've now told you to pay, you didn't see the flags, you didn't see the poster, you didn't see the banners, you didn't see anything.
Bro, we don't want Nigeria, but we, as in the thing that we mean now, the RGBC, we paid into the account, and you were there. Now you be the host of the page.
All right. Okay. I can see. I've seen what you're saying. All right. Let's leave you for now. Let's come back to the next person. I could say that definitely this is an evil person that is upset because we are following Simon Epa. I can tell. Let's come back to the next person. It's quite interesting. Well, you are, because I could tell that you are a very pain individual. No, you are. You are. Just hold on there. Don't talk. Let's let the next person talk. I'll call you when I want to call you. I should have not removed you because we are civilized people here. Let's go to Solar. First time we're engaging people on TikTok. Go ahead, Solar.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. And you can speak Yoruba, but again, because of the audience, let's keep to at least the English. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a Yoruba man, so I'll definitely answer Yoruba.
Oh yeah, both okay. Yeah. Interesting. The TikTok. Yeah.
Ìbéèrè tí lórí ìbéèrè tí ẹni yẹn ń béèrè pé àwọn ti sanwó àbí wọn sanwó.
Yeah.
Àbí wọn dáwó síbi kan àbí wọn dáwó sí kan.
Yeah.
Fẹ́ kí everybody wá mọ̀ pé Yorùbá nation tá à ń pariwo lónìí. Kó tó di pé gbogbo the whole Nigeria, gbogbo Nigeria nìsín one way or the other wọ́n ti gbọ́ nípa Yorùbá nation.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Nǹkan kan ló ti débẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi gbọ́.
Okay.
So mo fẹ́ kẹ́ni ẹ mọ̀ pé whatever owó tó bá dá nǹkan tó fowó yẹn ṣe nìyẹn.
Okay.
Torí níwọ̀n bá tí mò ń follow àwọn programs yìí.
Yes.
Because iṣẹ́ ò jẹ́ káráyè.
Okay.
Ọkọ̀ báyìí.
I understand.
So níwọ̀n bá ń gbà yẹn tí bàbá Sunday Igboho tó ń lọ kiri gbogbo bọ́n ṣe motivate tí bàbá yẹn lọ kiri táwọn lè tó ní kọ́ lọ campaign bí kọ́ lọ ṣe tí owó yẹn náà lọ máa ná.
Okay.
Gbogbo banner tó ṣe, gbogbo poster tó ṣe, gbogbo flyer tó ṣe, owó yìí lọ máa ná.
All right. Maybe he's a bit confused that that is. All right, I'm going to come back. Let me answer. Yeah. Yeah.
But tell me, feel pé ẹni yẹn sọ ní pé bóyá ó feel pé bóyá owó tó ń dá yẹn ló fẹ́ fi gba
Yorùbá nation. Okay, it could be possible.
Wọ́n fún media ló wà fún láti lè propagate pé káwọn èèyàn lè mọ̀.
Well, maybe people don't know that media has to be funded. Maybe they expect it to be funded by Tinubu and Atiku, and that way we will project the Yoruba nation. Let me answer Victor. You actually talked about a petition. Let me first explain what petition means in UK. We were looking for 100,000 petitions so that we can have that message of whatever the context of the petition to be read at the parliament. After the EndSARS in October 2020, Nigerians were raw, and the push for the petition went very fast. The question is, what is the outcome of that petition now? Apart from they spoke about it at the parliament, and that's the end. So petition was not really going to make much difference, than we just wanted them to have a conversation in the House. Does that answer you, Mr. Victor?
Yes, I'm listening.
Does that answer that question?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Okay, so do you have any other area you want to talk about? Because I don't want you all to go. I'm enjoying every one of you. I'm going to add one or two more people. I can say that there's two more people. So if you want to say something more while we bring the next person in, because I don't know how to remove you guys. So if you want to come out, you can come. I'm still coming back to you, African Unite. Let's talk to Dr. Mercy, 911. Go ahead. Hello, Dr. Mercy. Can you speak up properly? We can hardly hear you, sir. Network. Not in Nigeria with that. Good afternoon.
Thanks for Mr. Victor. I supported what Mr. Victor is saying.
All right, we are struggling to hear you like a bedroom voice, and we are really pressed. We have a lot of people that are listening. It will be not nice if we cannot even hear what you're saying, Mr. Dr. Mercy.
I'm here with you.
Good afternoon.
I supported Mr. Akintoye.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's all you want to say. All right. It seems okay. All right, let's bring in the next person. Yeah, sorry, somebody wants to say something there. Who wants to speak?
Yeah, it's me, Victor. It's me.
Yeah, go ahead, Victor. Yes.
Okay, sir. Please, sir, I would like to understand something now, because when I think about it, I couldn't understand. So the petition that they're supposed to write to United States and United Kingdom must be 100.
Yes, and it has to be those living in UK. It is not those living in Nigeria. It has to be UK residents. Yeah.
Is it by law?
That petition is not anything to break Nigeria. It is just for a conversation to be heard of. Is a petition that everybody uses in UK to allow the government to speak for whatever reason that you are having on that petition. It could be maybe in my area, I'm having an issue. I would then galvanize people and say, let's get a petition so that they can have a speak about it. That's all. That's what the purpose was.
So, for example, right now, the meaning of the petition written by Nigeria to UK is just for them to just
talk about it. That's it.
What I mean, yes, the petition by written in Nigeria to UK now, the purpose of the petition is just for the UK Parliament to just see that something.
Oh, yes, you're right. Just like we saw during the EndSARS. And I think while you're talking, I could put that out, because during the EndSARS, we had a petition. That petition went very fast because of the reason of the people that died in Nigeria. And that petition went to, let me just look at it. The petition was actually closed, but the petition went to 221,000 258. And what was there? We were concerned by the violence during the recent protests and await the outcome of the Nigerian investigation into report of the police brutality. We do not publicly speculate on the future sanction. It was during that we realized that the UK was also funding the police in Nigeria in terms of training. The same police where they upset you for Nigeria, the same police where they brutalize you. We realized that during that petition, the UK was funding it. We realized that during that petition, Gowon took half of the money from Central Bank to UK. It was said, and I'll see if I can get the video as well. So when we say petition, people seem not to have understood what petition stands for in UK. Petition is not going to break up Nigeria. When people say we're going to petition Finland for Simon Ekpa, you're wasting your time. It's not going to make any difference. Because what you're only doing is just to highlight the issue. And they will talk about it, and they will look into it. Nothing more than that. Nigeria is still a sovereign nation. 1 minute. And being a sovereign nation, under the United Nations law, there are processes that we can go by to dissolve the country without a war. But the problem is our representatives in the southeast, in the north, in the middle belt, they are not going to allow so because the 1999 fraudulent military diktat does not have a referendum clause. So go ahead, Victor.
Okay, sir. So I want to know something again. That
yeah.
If the petition written from Nigeria is not
nobody can write it from Nigeria. It has to be somebody in UK. It has to be somebody that have the right to live in UK, not even somebody that have a visa.
I can remember. Judge Akintoye said that they have write the petition from Nigeria.
They have written is different from petition. Maybe you need to give me that evidence by sending it to the email. There's nothing he would have said that they've written a petition. The petition that we did was from Dupe Onitiri, the fraudulent woman. That is the one you are mixing up. The one of the 5 million that we were campaigning that everybody should go and sign. Eventually, we realized it's a fraud. Because what she did was she collected our data, promised us that this petition was going to be used towards the Yoruba nation. After that, she said she was only testing us whether we are ready for Yoruba nation. That is a fraud. So she took my data under the law, and then now nobody knows where that data is. And when we say that, where is this petition that we all signed for, that I communicate on my platform, over 500,000 people voted submitted their details for the petition. Today now, she's running all over the place. She can't come and tell us where the petition is. So it was Dupe Onitiri that brought this petition of 5 million that we all voted, we all supported. It's not Akintoye. But Akintoye endorsed it because we thought that she was working with us. But we now realize that as any movement, we have been infiltrated. Even though, okay, let me ask you, do you think that she has declared a country? Because that's what she said. She said she has declared Yoruba nation. Do you think that Yoruba nation has been declared?
That is what I heard.
No. It's not what you heard. I am asking you, whether you're inside Nigeria, you're outside Nigeria. Do you think that Yoruba nation has been declared? Based on, why you laugh now? We are serious here. We have people that are listening all over the world. It's not a joking matter.
Yes, I'm not joking, but I said I don't know. I don't know.
So you don't know, say the country don't declare, declare. How do you not know? You must know because she has said she has declared. So you are mixing it up. You are mixing Dupe Onitiri with Baba Akintoye in terms of the petition.
Because why I said I don't know is this.
Yeah.
You know that I come out with petition. You understand?
Yes.
And because when the man was explained to us that time,
yes.
Going to the Akintoye,
yes.
I think I followed for a while.
Yes.
I'm not living in Nigeria. The man said that after the petition, we cannot go by war, but they will go by voting.
Okay, let me now explain something to us here. Let me explain to you. Referendum. Do you know how referendum works? Or shall I explain?
Explain.
Okay. South Sudan had a referendum. Referendum is not organized by the country that you want to exit. Referendum will be put together by United Nations. The reason why you will have a referendum is after there has been a lot of crisis in that country. That is if the country is not talking to each other. Because what you're seeing happening in the Southeast now is going to go into what we don't want to see. If Bola Tinubu government refuse to speak to the Biafra that are already pushing more than even the Yorubas. They are saying that, okay, give us referendum. Bola Tinubu can say, we're not going to give you a referendum because it is not yet enshrined in the 1999 Constitution. And if the representative of the Biafra in the South, in the Senate, just like our own, if they take down the referendum clause and say, let us have referendum, it will go through the stages. But eventually, if a referendum is there, then people can vote and decide. In 2014, the Scottish people were given that opportunity to decide whether they want to remain in UK or not. But the UK is very crafty. You know what they did to them? They said that, oh, vote against the referendum, but we will remain in European Union. 2 years after that, they pulled them out of the European Union. Now, maybe you don't know. Let me tell you what I'm going to come back to you, Africa Unite. Bear with me. Do you know what the Scotland is now saying when it comes to the same referendum? Scotland is now saying that, according to us at yesterday, Scotland First Minister, I'm going to read it out. It was part of my program that I did at 3 o'clock this morning. Let me give you the latest news. Scotland First, referendum. Yeah. According to the Sky News, which everybody trusts, nobody trusts us anyway, but let's say some of you trust us. Scotland will choose independent with First Minister Uza Yusuf, a 38-year-old man who is controlling the 5 million population. I'm just adding the Jara because some of you will say, who is going to lead Yoruba nation? Is it you, Koiki? You will we don't trust, like somebody just saying there anyway. But we know that anybody among us can lead. Now, the latest paper from the Scottish government to make the case for leaving the UK, not by shooting each other, not by killing each other, but through a referendum. The reason why their own is different from Africa is because Nigeria is different entity. We do not want to accept a referendum clause, which was never in the Constitution. Me and you never sat down for the Constitution. The Constitution is a fraud. Everybody knows that. You know, every legal representative in Nigeria knows that the Constitution was written by the military. So the question is, when you say that petition was to petition the UK to talk about Nnamdi Kanu, to talk about Biafra, to talk about Yoruba nation. I'm just, putting for different people that put petition there. But it is only going to be those in UK. The reason why we didn't get the numbers is because majority of Nigerians in UK wanted to vote as well, even though they are not going to vote because they don't have the right to vote. But they are all endorsing either Showore, either Atiku, either Peter Obi, and a little bit from also Bola Tinubu. So eventually, we can't get a one voice of the Yoruba people because we are divided inside the UK. For those that say, Koiki, shut up, go and sit down. We can't break Nigeria because Bola Tinubu is coming. Emilokon. Bola Tinubu is there now. Does not mean that the Yoruba Nation campaign must stop. It must be a continuous project. The East Timor that I talked about, that led to a referendum. It was a referendum that they got, but do you know that they fought for 30 years? And I'm not talking about small fight. Now, big fight from 1970 to the time that they got independent. And I'll tell you how they got the referendum. An Indonesia prime minister came after a military rule for 30 years. That led to the reason why they got that independent. The guy died even under 700 days. But he allowed a reform of Indonesia. He gave a referendum to the East Timorian to decide whether they want to remain as part of Indonesia or not. East Timor declared independent in the 70s. 2 weeks after that, or 10 days, they were invaded by the military of Indonesia. Indonesia has been running as a military system. If Abacha never died, we will still be probably under a military rule today. But as things happened, Abacha died. Bola Tinubu, that was in London, I have the paper here. Bola Tinubu told us that he does not believe in Nigeria. This is it, in black and white. The same Bola Tinubu that was on exile in the same London that I'm controlling my conversation from told us as well that he doesn't believe in Nigeria. Abacha died. He was part of the Nadeko that fought, a staunch supporter of Nadeko. The Yoruba people went and voted for him. Whether he was selected genuinely is another question, because everybody knows that Bola Tinubu was not selected genuinely during the primaries as a governor. But let's just say history has gone past. He became the governor. And what do you think? When you become a governor, you become very powerful. You have the network. The Yoruba people love him because it was an AD. AD was like Babawolowo kind of political terrain. And from that side, now the love is still there. Some people love him even as whatever it is. Bola Tinubu had an ambition. The ambition is to be the president. He is not the president. But after 8 years, what thing will happen? I'm asking you. You don't talk again.
I'm listening, bro.
This one, listen. Let African Unite come back again quickly because you have taken my time now, you guys on the TikTok. I love you all. Let's bring the last two people in. It's been an interesting time, engaging you all. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your time. It's a civilized, you can see we don't punch each other here. We talk and we review. Like I said, everybody has a right. I have told the people at home that 1 minute, people expectation was maybe we will bring gun and start killing our people during the election. It's not going to happen like that. They refuse to listen to us. Now they are all crying out. We hope the economy will change. Let's bring the next two people in. Mr. Gawad, go ahead quickly.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
You are welcome to the program.
This is my contribution.
Go ahead, sir.
When we are talking of Bola and Tinubu,
yes.
you all know that to this government,
yes,
there is Kaba that they want to sabotage the government.
Me, I don't know. Tell me, what is Kaba? Me, I don't know. I'm just trying to be sacrosanct here. Go ahead.
We all know that the people that surround that in times of national cake,
okay,
that are around where Nigerian money came from.
Yes.
So that people, I believe they are Kaba.
Okay.
And whatever they are eating, and Tinubu did not allow them to take it anymore.
Okay.
They are ready to destroy the government.
So, okay.
So, secondly, to Yoruba nation we are talking about.
Yes.
Fine. Having a Yoruba nation is a good thing.
Okay.
But believe me, as this robbery starts, by the time it will end and we get this Yoruba nation, you and I will not be on the earth.
Well, that's what you think. You are that's your own opinion. So that is your own opinion. Yeah.
Because when it will start, we will first start by protesting, going to revolution.
Okay.
And after revolution, we return to war.
Okay. Well, we are praying it doesn't get to that stage. But even Showore say revolution is the only solution to Nigeria. But go ahead.
Because the people that will call this evil, which all us ransom in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Those are the people that will never want things
to be better.
For the masses.
Okay. So situation might quickly get to the situation we are seeing in Kenya and other countries as well, which we don't pray. Yeah.
I'm very 100% sure there's nothing like this before we get the Yoruba nation.
Okay.
The only what I know, to my own opinion, that we
yeah.
can do now.
Yes.
Is not yet the time. Because when it will get the time is this. Fuel has inflated.
Okay.
Everything has gone very high.
Definitely.
You get to instinct that most of the rich ones that cannot benefit the government.
Okay.
They will not be frustrated.
And they'll eventually fall on the street or do whatever they want to do. Okay, so time will tell. We probably have to give Tinubu more time because by December we will see whether the naira is still depreciating or is going down. So it's still early. It's just 3 months, so there's still ample of time. Because of my time, yeah.
Baba might do something.
Yeah.
Believe on that.
Okay, Baba might do something or what?
Like bringing something new to Nigeria. I mean, to let Nigeria move forward, not going backward like the previous government.
Okay. All right. I don't know how he's going to do that because Nigeria is in a big mess when it comes to debt. It's going to take 40 years before we can even pay we're still servicing the debt anyway. So the economy is not doing very well.
Is it the debt that's drawing us back? No.
Is it what?
It's only 3 things that are drawing us back.
Okay, 3 things. What are the 3 things?
To me, I don't know about any other person.
Yes. No, your opinion is always okay. Go ahead.
The first thing I knew is
foreign investment. Why is it that we don't have foreign investment? Go ahead quickly. no security. Okay.
Yes.
So do you think that Bola? Let's not find another angle. Do you think I'm coming to you, Dorothy, in another few minutes? Do you think that this government? Let's not use Tinubu. Let's just be saying this government because it will look like we are targeting Tinubu. Let's say this government, Buhari did not fix the security for 8 years as a former military general. Do you think that Bola Tinubu? He only has 4 years. We've been said on this our platform. We don't talk about 8 years for Tinubu. 4 years, let's stick to the 4 years. Do you think that it can do any magic, when it comes to the 4 years on security, so that we can bring investors to Ekiti, to Ojuelegba, to Kaduna?
I like this question, so lovely. See, to Tinubu, I
say don't use Tinubu because it will be like we are targeting him. Just say his government. Say just this government. I know the reason why I'm saying that. Not that we can't mention his name. Just say this government. Yeah.
To this present government.
Yes.
And to the president of our president.
Yes.
Where I think it should deliver that security is this. When we are talking of military.
Yes.
We have security.
Okay.
When we are talking of this Baba Obasanjo, all these things go smoothly.
Okay.
Security. Although it's not 100%.
Yes.
But you still have like 70 to 80%.
Okay.
Now come to this present
government. Yes.
This present government.
I'm coming to you, Dorothy, in a few minutes. Yes.
It's not a military.
Okay.
But he had a axe to more than military.
Okay, so he's operating from the civilian side to hold the ground. I'm just helping you. Go ahead.
I have 100% sure that.
Okay, so I'm going to take note of this, and I'm putting this on my diary. That somebody said he has 100% that Bola Tinubu will hold the ground. So go ahead. I hope you don't run away in another 4 years. God's willing. Go ahead. Don't run away because you say he has it. Let's give Dorothy another chance because, to be honest with you, we don't normally go more than 3 hours. But I appreciate some of you. We have done 3 hours exactly, and I'm going to be ending the program, not because I want to run away. We will be doing more of this of engagement. And I love this engagement because it's very nice. Let's go to Dorothy quickly. You can mute yourself. Dorothy, go ahead, my brother. Good afternoon, my brother. Good afternoon, sir.
I really appreciate what you have been said so far.
And
let me say, from this part of this Nigeria we are talking about, we have been in this country so far. And we thank God that we have the opportunity to be here and even to schools with our own them something we are about to
okay.
Why we that we are indigenous of Nigeria,
yes,
the indigenous of Yoruba,
yes,
still suffering under the government of Yoruba?
Why are we still suffering? Why? I'm just writing it down. Why are we still suffering? Yeah, go ahead. Is it just under this government because you are too early to call this government that you're suffering because this government is only there for 3 months? I'm not backing this government, but is it the previous government you want to talk about or this government? Generally. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I believe it goes further than this.
Okay. Okay, so do you think that because that has also been the argument, we have governors. Why are our governors not making life enable for our people?
You know why I'm asking this question?
Yes, I don't know. Okay.
This will be 40 years. I got it.
Okay. All right. Very good point. You've raised a very good point because of our time. I'm trying to squeeze. Let's go to African Unite. The last 1 minute from you, and then I'm going to come to Victor Tessa So, and then we close this broadcast, and then I say thank you so much. African Unite, you've been listening in the last, I know your argument is still on you donated money, you are not getting, your result of the money. Let me give you the last 1 minute to close your remarks there. Go ahead. Is he still with us?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm listening to you.
No, your closing remark.
No.
Yeah.
No, I just need the explanation. Do you think I don't owe any chance or way to ask you that, okay, how did it go? That was why I was just asking.
Well, I mean, you have the right to ask, but again, that's why I said maybe you were not following the
to answer, not a guess to come and answer me.
Okay.
It was you because it was.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you saw that the movement is still going on. So as much money that was used in the movement, there's evidence out there. Maybe you need to just go out and check those evidence. Because if we have not, if I have not continued today, let me put it this way. If you have not seen me today, you might have said, where is this man that, I was donating money to? He was talking about Yoruba Nation.
There was no way to reach you. I do not have your personal number.
Okay.
There was no way to reach you.
But our numbers are always mentioned online. Our website is still up and running.
I don't call people. Because when I was trying to pull the phone, so I did not call you. I just did it from
voluntarily.
Because it was you I saw.
Okay.
And it was your account I was following.
Okay. Also. Oh, my account on YouTube, you said. Because when you say account, okay. All right.
Yeah, it was your account on YouTube.
Okay. All right.
So we
But like I said, all whatever we were using then, in terms of the resources that was coming in, I'm sure the evidence is out there that people can see. So thank you so much, African Unite. We hope we can engage again some other time. Let's go. Thank you so much, my brother. Let's go to Victor. Your last 1 minute, Mr. Victor.
Okay, my boss.
Yes.
According to the system of the government that is happening now presently in Nigeria,
yes, sir.
I'm not sure that Nigeria is going anywhere.
Why do you say that? Again, just within 1 minute.
In the sense of this, the old people that followed to Buhari then,
yes,
the same people they are using present now.
Emma Binu, we can't do more than the audio. Emma manager. Yes, sorry, go ahead.
If you see the list of the ministers that released yesterday, they are the same old people, the same.
Maybe we see the magic way that they do now. Why are you in a hurry?
So I'm not sure.
Okay. All right, well, let's wait. Let's give them the benefit of doubt. Some people voted for this government too. Maybe they don't come attack you. Test Solar. Your last word. I don't know how to remove you guys, so maybe you might want to remove yourself because I'm still, new to this TikTok. Test Solar. Go ahead, my brother.
It's T-Solar.
T-Solar. Okay, T-Solar. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I've listened to everything that we say.
Yes.
The only question I will ask or my contribution is how are we going to go about it that our concern can be, attended to?
How are we going to go about it?
Within Nigerian parliament or whatsoever we call it.
Okay. All right.
How do we present
our case?
Our concern.
All right. All right, I got that. Let me help you quickly because of the time. That is the reason why we have not come out with AK-47 like the Fulani jihadis that are killing the people on the ground. That is why we have not given order to go and burn down police station and destroy anything. Even though my words have been very, very harsh, but I know because that is what is going to happen. But I'm just trying to be a little bit civilized. We wrote to Buhari last year. He refused to engage us. That is number one. We want a negotiation, a roundtable discussion. These are the letters that we sent to Buhari in front of me, detailing who we are, reason why we need to go. That did not come back with anything. We have also now written to Bola Tinubu, the president. The letter is in his office. We hope he would also get in touch and let us see how we can manage this. But the most key important people that needs to be sitting with us are our representatives, whether in Oyo State, Ondo State, Ekiti State, Osun State, Lagos State, any part of Yoruba State in Kogi State. If these individuals refuse to put our case in front of the parliament in the state or the representative in Abuja, we will continue the negotiation. We will continue the push, while we are also pushing for the international part as well. But the argument that people will say is that, is this reliable? Is this realistic that we can get Yoruba nation? Yes. The question you should then think of is, if all these areas have been done without no iota of anybody wants to say anything, then we should go and prepare for a total civil war in Nigeria. It's as simple as that. And I'm being honest with you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Durotimi, rather, your last 1 minute before we let you go as well. You can disconnect T-Solar. Thank you so much. We hope you will join me again some other time, because I don't know how to take you guys out. Thank you so much, my brother. Durotimi, go ahead. Your last 1 minute.
Yes, sir. My co-brother already said all of this. What I really want to know is that how this can go without any blood sharing.
Okay.
Because like me, let me be frank with you.
Yes.
Let me say fucking tired. Even I lose interest in, let's say, in any government or whatever
of Nigeria.
So I live my life the way as God wants to be.
Okay.
So my brother.
Well, we are hoping and praying, like I said, that we don't have to look. There's a lot of evidence out there that people, countries have dissolved without bloodshed.
Without bloodshed, yes.
But it's just about, let us fine tune it. When people say, let us not disintegrate, let's work together. My question is, are we going to marginalize each other? Is the Igbo going to be given the presidency in 2027? Or Bola Tinubu will come back and finish his 2 terms? Then what happened in 2031? Power goes back to the north. Are the Igbos not part of Nigerians? Are they not part of the 3 ethnic major groups? You're saying, So even me and you, if we don't want war, can we tell that to the other ethnic groups? You say, and not that's the that a lot of us are saying. This is why we must continue to say to the government, it is not personal, like Buhari took it personal. It is a roundtable discussion. It could last for 2 years discussion. It could be 3 years discussion. Fine-tune everything, dissolve it. We still become neighbors. Dangote can still have his project. He will be paying tax. The Igbos can still be operating, and we can live together. But if anybody say, come on, shake your bands down and we live together, nothing will happen. Well, I hope nothing will happen. But in reality, IRA fought the British, and eventually they got an agreement in 1998 called the Good Friday Agreement, and today they have their country. But it was not easy. 8,000 people died. But do you know that 29,000 Yoruba people died during the tenure of Buhari, and we are not in war?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Durotimi. And on that note, we love those that engage us. You can remove yourself as well, because I don't know how to do such at the moment. Well, it's been a very interesting time with our panel on the TikTok, and we appreciate every one of them. I know the audio was not coming out because we never knew. You can remove yourself, Durotimi, because I will not be able to do such. I don't know how to do it. But one thing I can say is that our guests from different areas, they spoke their mind. We didn't shut them down. Yeah, the audio is clear for you, but not. I don't know whether on YouTube it was clear for those on the YouTube. I hope I've been able to answer as much of your question. If I have not been able to answer it, I'm sure there will be more engagement that we'll be able to do so. But the first thing is, self-determination is not a crime. Self-determination is an inalienable right. Just as the Scottish are asking, do you know that the Welsh people are saying that they want to, the people don't like the word break, but they want to also leave the Union of Great Britain. I'm talking about Wales. Wales is about a few hours away from here. But at the end of the day, Koiki, take me in for, I wish I can, I'm tired now. I don't like going more than 3 hours. Okay, I can bring Ijaya in to just give us the last, I'm really, really tired now. I got to go now. Let's see if, Ijaya, go ahead. And the last person is going to be Sose. Am I Ijaya, about finish it quickly.
I don't know when you bring me in. I'm doing something. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, all right, come on. All right, so say you go ahead and let's hear from you. Ijaya can remove yourself there.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead.
I sent a message to the comment section now.
Okay.
Which I made a suggestion, but I want to hear from your side.
Okay.
What I said. Now look at what happened in Niger. Now, as the military take over the government,
I'm monitoring that as well. Yeah, the coup.
Yeah, and they removed the official language from them. Now, what I want to see now, as what is going on in Africa now, between the Russian, that they want to have the same currency so that they will be loved and joined. Now, what I'm now saying that, what about if Yoruba nation can mingle with is it Maleman at the South Africa joined to the Putin? So that there will be more discussion among two of them, because most of those countries they join with Malema to Putin. So it was then they have more strength. So Putin know the knowledge of those things. Putin were not in any religions, but he wants Africa to be one and to be using one currency.
Okay, all right. Well, I think it's part of the negotiation that might not really even come up onto the public domain, because these are internal, discussion between those behind the Yoruba nation and countries around the world that they're talking to. But again, I'm sure it's a soft, very good suggestion.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Help us to beg our media for Yoruba nation, because I spoke with someone yesterday, which is okay, don't let me to mention his name.
Yeah, don't mention him.
I spoke with him that they should limit the way they were talking about Tinubu as at this moment. The reason is this: CSI, his mother just
died. Yeah.
And died.
So there should be tempo. There should be tempo.
So
yeah.
that the man will come back to Nigeria.
Okay.
So they should not frustrate those people that they were putting fire.
Okay.
So they should let us finish this.
I didn't want to bring anybody in, but all right, that's fine. Thank you so much, my brother. We've had that, and I'm sure those media are listening as well, and we will continue to engage. We appreciate you all. I got to go now, to be honest. It's been a long 3 hours. I've done 2 hours already at 3 o'clock in the morning. This is like 5 hours already. So let me go and take a short break. Be rest assured that you will see more of my face. And this engagement on TikTok, we just start to, I love making the come fire. Ask question. Ask stupid question. Ask dumbfounded question. Because when you don't know, if I don't know, I go back as well. I do research and I come back to it. And on that note, appreciation to all our platforms. We know that the audio was not coming out because now that we know that we can bring people in, we will work on the audio so that everyone can hear. Maybe I'll connect it to the speaker. I have my second-hand speaker where I buy. I connect and everybody go hear. So let's go and have a afternoon. Whether you're in Nigeria, you don't see Igboho, Igboho day, okay. Thank you so much, everyone, on every platform. Even up to our MixLR, it's been very hot, and I like it when it's hot. From there, you challenge me, and from there, I educate you. We don't have to agree altogether, but one thing is, the country called Nigeria is gone. Gone forever. You can also join us on our MixLR if you want to save your data. Moki Pastor Emmanuel Togba, Pamidele Muhammad, and every one of you. If I didn't mention your name, Mr. Shaman Adeola, Wise Man Comedy, thank you so much. Lagos for show. Trump looking to more fresh charges. Trump na wahala. Mr. Samuel Afolabi, I'm sure you have learned one or two things, especially with those that we engage. If you're not too sure of anything, I can also be email info@koikimedia.com. You can send a message from my website as well. I will receive it and I'll respond to you. Info@koikimedia.com. And on that note, I say, have a very good afternoon. We play the anthem, which some of you, I couldn't finish Baba Akintoye one because it has taken our time. We will do that some other time. I'll share the link for those of you that wants to listen to that 14-minute clip. But on this note, we play the Yoruba anthem and we call it afternoon. So that me too, my food said, don't go quiet, inside that kitchen. Make I go chop up. And as I leave you, may Eledumare continue to protect you. Fulani there are few people that Fulani just kidnapped. You can check it on my Twitter. We hardly don't want to post video of such on TikTok because of restriction. But follow me on Twitter at Koikimedia. Also engage me, even if you disagree with me, engage me. We can learn from each other. That is the cocoa. Whether you agree with our views or not, one thing is Nigeria will break. Have a very good afternoon. Iṣẹ́ wà fún ilẹ̀ wa. Kemzi Mokima, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Kagbega. Ìgbàgbọ́ bàtí bẹ̀rù ká ṣiṣẹ́ ìṣọ̀kan ní kẹjẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká máa tẹ̀síwájú. Fọ́pọ̀ Ire, Mr. Kolawole, thank you so much, sir. Unique Kiki, ẹ ṣé yọ ni mo kí gbogbo yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Ọmọ Oòduà. Ismaila, thank you so much. Awani, Mr. Fa, thank you. Ogwadulawo. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní bàjẹ́ o. Ó dàbọ̀. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all those that sending gifts on the TikTok. Bye for now. Thank you so much. Wow. Dizzy 1 to 3. It's been an amazing afternoon for every one of you. Au revoir. Hey, Temi Lori, Facebook. Thank you so much.